Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Friday nights. I guess for us.
I've been dying to say this. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah. We hope you at least know where they're at.
Been dying to say that shit.
Yeah. So fortunately, some contradictions with scheduling came up, so we had to move everything back to Friday nights. So here we are. So,
Yep.
luckily, we've only done Friday nights and Saturday mornings, so it's never been too far off, I guess.
Right.
So it's never been like, oh, we got to do Tuesdays now.
Tuesday afternoon at like 3:50.
One or
that,
something.
yeah.
I know you're all at work, but spend your lunch break with us.
Right. I mean, there would be worse ways to spend your lunch break than listening to a heavy metal podcast. But
Well, I guess you're right about that.
there would be worse. Yeah.
Yeah. So also, if you have noticed, we're coming back Friday nights with a guest, so that's always good as well. It was kind of an impromptu thing a couple days ago. So
starting off the new schedule with a bang.
Yep.
And it's actually a returning guest. If you guys have been with us for a while, going back all the way to 2023. What are we doing? It's been that long since these guys
I
have
know,
been on
right?
the show.
It's like
My
crazy.
goodness. But thankfully they remembered us. They didn't forget us. So they were they had a new album come out last week, and we reached out, and they did remember being on the show. So it was cool, and they were receptive to coming on. And Hank Hill, what's up? What is up? So without further ado, we have 60% of the band Hellevate with us on the show.
What's up? What's going on, y'all?
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Metalheads Unite podcast.
Glad to be back.
Thanks
Thanks for having us back, guys.
It's been a while, man. Like I didn't realize it had been that long either until I was looking. I said, "Damn, it has been, damn near 3 years." So I'm just like,
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and I know y'all probably didn't want to wait that long to put out new music, but
No.
I kind of caught a glimpse of. I guess it was an interview or a podcast that you guys did with. I don't know who it was. I wish I could remember so I could give them credit, but you may remember. But
Casey Stage Dive, is that it?
I don't even remember. It was the drummer. The new drummer was talking about how Dan was slave driving him and stuff. So
Yeah.
They were all stuffed together in a.
That's one we did for a release show last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, good old Dan, and they're cracking the
That
whip
doesn't-
on y'all.
That doesn't sound like Dan at all. I mean, it's-
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I don't know if it was it wasn't in that conversation, but we had a similar conversation a couple days before, and everyone in the band was saying that to Dan, like, "Oh man, you work us so hard," and they're like, "No offense, Dan." He's like, "I'm not offended because look at the results."
Yeah.
That's right.
Honestly, the only thing running through my head when they were talking about that, I'm just thinking of that scene from Full Metal Jacket. I'm like, the more you hate me, the more you will learn. I am hard, but I am fair.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, that's true. I mean, you can't don't question the method when you can't question the results. So there you go.
That's true.
Yeah.
So speaking of is it Rulo? I guess is that how you
Yes,
pronounce
Rulo,
it? Okay. Yeah. So speaking of him, what kind of brought him in the mix, and was it a mutual separation with the previous drummer?
Yeah. So our previous drummer, he was working as like a long haul trucker, so that made it very, very, very difficult to practice and play shows. And we tried to make it work for a while, and it just couldn't. So we got offered a show at a pretty big venue here in town, and our drummer couldn't make it. And we had met him we opened for a thrash metal tribute band. They do like Big Four stuff. Mm-hmm. We did a gimmick where we played the German Big Four set.
Oh,
We met him at that show.
I remember you guys advertising for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you guys advertising for that. Yeah.
Yeah, we met him at that show, and he was cool. He joined another thrash band that I was producing called Corroded Death, but I called him frantically, like, we have 2 weeks. I know this is a long time.
Writing stuff down.
Like, he's like, yeah. So we like frantically threw together some rehearsals. He learned the set in 2 weeks. So after we kind of parted ways with our drummer, we were like, hey man, can you like fill in for a little while, like record the album, play shows with us until we find a new drummer, kind of crossing our fingers. You know, we'll just ask him to fill in, and then like 2 weeks after he agreed to fill in, he calls me. He's like, "This is stupid, right? Like, why don't I just be your drummer?" I'm like, "Well, you said it. You said it. You said it, not me." So yeah.
Yeah. Well, awesome. It definitely sounds like it paid off for you guys to be.
Oh man,
Yeah, it's been a huge boon for us. He's crazy, but in a good way. I don't know if he's listening, but if he is, we love you, Rulo.
Yeah.
He's like a perpetual energy machine, and he's like full of ideas. So it was like a real kick in the ass for us. It's been
Great social media presence too.
Absolutely.
It's been a
Oh,
lot.
see, that's nice.
yeah.
And not, just so I'll be clear, I don't want to just throw any shade or disrespect at RJ. I thought he was great
No,
too
no,
for
no.
you guys.
Of course, no, nothing, not at all. No, no
Of course,
disrespect.
We understand. We understand the you know, you gotta, if you can't you know, be there and do the things that needs to be done for the band. We've heard it many times where, you know, we know a local band that we're friends with, and one of their bassists, I guess, went off to pursue his doctorate in whatever
Yeah.
field he was in. So, you know, the band can't be mad about that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, you know, you're pursuing something to better yourself. So,
Everybody's should be, and that's great.
yeah, exactly. So
That's how
that's
it's
awesome.
been. At least I don't know if that's like a music-wide thing or if that's just a Kansas City thing. But like, there's like 2 or 3 load-bearing drummers for like the entire music scene, and if one of them like, it always ends up to where one of them is in like 4 or 5 different bands, and then eventually they're like, okay, I can't keep doing this. I got to focus on like one band, and then like
Right.
half the scene collapses.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
So we really kind of lucked out meeting Rula when we did, and him like not only joining but like enthusiastically joining like he did. So
Yeah.
Well,
So
it
is he
was-
so is he a lot younger than you guys, or
he's like 25-ish.
Yeah.
So
okay?
He's at least 5 years younger than like the rest of us.
yeah,
like, the
he's
6
he's
years.
about like 5 years younger than me. I'm kind of young in the band. I'm not the youngest guy anymore though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, look here, Sonny.
Hell, you guys
Yeah,
are-
exactly. We talk about him, and we like talk about stuff that happened early in the band, and we look over at him like, you were 12 when that happened.
Right. We're still teaching him about some of the like back lore of the band, things he wasn't there for, but like, damn, that sounds crazy. We're like, yeah, it was. It really was.
That's great. That's great.
Hell, you guys are all still kids. I mean,
Well, to us, yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
you guys are all still kids.
Yeah.
But anyway, so kind of, I know you probably talked about this before, but kind of walk us through. I know you guys wanted to put this album out, you know, at the latest last year, but you know, I guess you guys went through a few obstacles there. So kind of walk us through the obstacles and how y'all kind of came through and said, you know what, it's now or never. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I mean, so we put out that EP back in 2023. We talked in our last interview, but that ended up being a delayed process, primarily because of COVID and the entire world
Right.
shutting down. So we couldn't
Sure,
get together
yeah.
and record. And we had a bunch of like back material, like demos and stuff, set up like for the next album, basically. And we were going to work on that and get that knocked out and try to put that out as soon as we could. And then things just kind of kept getting delayed further and further, mainly because of RJ's situation. He wasn't around and available as much, so that cut down a lot on rehearsal time, and we just weren't really able to pull it together as quickly as we could. And then when Rulo finally joined, I guess it would have been like, what, about a year and a half ago now?
Yeah, it was late 2024, and we didn't really get started until early 2025.
Yeah.
And closer to 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're right.
But
almost 2 years since the first time he filled in for us.
right.
Yes,
At this
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So,
And then, he jumped in and we started getting to work. We were mainly just getting him up to speed on live stuff because that was kind of our priority at the time.
Sure.
And then around like, spring-ish or so last year, Josh kind of starts going like, hey, we should really start recording, man. Like, we really got to get on it. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, we're still kind of getting used to the new drummer, and like maybe we should like make sure the songs are tight first. And he was like, "No, we need to start recording. We've been sitting on this shit for like 3 years now. We need to go." And I went back and I looked at like the demos and like, oh, I uploaded this in 2023. Yeah, Josh is right. We need to start recording.
Yeah, yeah. Sometime early last year, I kind of lost my patience. I was like so frustrated with everything that had been happening in the prior first few years. I just went to Rulo and I was like, we're gonna start doing the album, whatever it takes. My goal was to get it done last year, get it out last year. We didn't pull that off, but that wasn't for any particular reason beyond just time.
Yeah.
Like, we tried our absolute hardest. It just didn't work out.
The actual recording process we got done like early last year, or like early, very tail end of the beginning of this year, probably.
Yeah, it was like we were wrapping it up. We really tried to get it out last year. It was just that we were defeated by linear time. There's only so many hours in a day, especially when you don't have so many hours to devote to it. We really tried, but yeah.
Whoa.
Well, if that hasn't happened to us a million fucking times at this point.
Right? Well, hopefully
they'll be back in a
hopefully
second.
they'll get to come back. Yeah, so we apologize for that, but we will get them back in as soon as they're able to reconnect, I guess. So
Yeah, they'll
actually glad it wasn't me this time. So actually, I probably could do this.
Is it just me now? Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I forgot I was. I don't think it makes a difference, but I'll just in case I was.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Was,
Hey, are we back?
Yeah, you're back.
I don't know what that was about. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
No,
You're good.
yeah, you're
Well,
totally fine.
yeah, we got the meat and potatoes of recording done before the end of 2025, and then there were just a few little extras to pop on, and
Yeah.
Nice.
then the reamping and the mastering, which that's their stuff.
That's our little arena, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then also it took a little bit longer to get artwork done than we anticipated it getting done.
Oh,
That was
okay.
kind of but
Yeah.
I mean, it turned out really good. So for what it's worth, we're
Oh,
happy
good.
with the results. We just wish it kind of had gotten done earlier. But
Yeah, that was really more on our end. Not to shit talk our artists. We really kind of like, what's the minimum amount of time you could get it done, and then we expected it done in that minimum amount of time.
Oh, yeah.
Life happens for them too.
right.
Yeah.
So
Definitely a learning experience of kind of time management with producing all of this yourself.
Yeah. Well, we can definitely understand that. So
Yeah.
I do all of our merch and everything from this office actually. So and I just had one of my printers just killed out on me, so I'm having to deal with that. So I had actually I had orders, and I had to actually tell people, say, hey, it's not happening. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get back online. So it's definitely something I can kind of relate to with when you're messing with deadlines that you want to be at, and then shit happens, unfortunately. So. So what was the reasoning behind the name Killicon Valley? What was
I think I came up with the actual name, and then Rob came up with like everything else, basically.
Yeah, I started writing the lyrics. Dan came up with just the title and the concept, and I was like, I'm already halfway done with this. I was working in IT.
right?
At the
Oh,
time.
yeah,
So
you guys-
front row seat to just all this bullshit. And for me, it's not really like the technology isn't really the problem itself. Kind of give or take that, but like the business practices and the environmental impact and the effect on the workforce. It's really more of the focus on that.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much anything you can think of. You pick a topic, and a lot of stuff sounds good in theory, but when humans get their hands on it, they fuck it up. So
Yeah, with the from day one, as soon as the boardroom heard about AI can do this or that, the question was immediately, how many people can we lay off?
right,
Oh well, yeah.
self-serving pricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my wife works for a big corporation. I don't want to give anything away because of her work, but she works for one of the biggest, I guess. I don't wanna
Trying to
say-
be as you're trying to be as vague as possible.
trying to, yeah. So it's like I don't want to put her out there and her get in trouble, but yeah. So it's just a big tech company. I'll put it that way. So, and they're actually her job's actually training an AI program right now. So eventually they'll probably wind up, losing a lot of people because and it's kind of crazy. Like you're training your replacement at this point, pretty much. It's
God,
kinda
I've done that before. God,
it's,
it
it's
sucks.
horrible, dude. Yeah. Well, the thing is like if you look at like where we're at as far as even like the A5 chips and stuff, they don't have the ability to problem solve. Like basic stuff, yes, but if it goes in depth where it's affecting 3 or 4 different like buildings or something, they can't sort it out. So I mean, you still got to have people there that can help sort that stuff out, man. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of the larger point of the song because there are a lot of obviously it's the hot topic to write about right now in metal, like about AI and stuff. But we really notice a lot of them. It's a lot of like the doomerism, treating it like it's like we said in the press release, kind of like it's like Skynet or something like that. And then I mean, not to say it's like completely useless, but its abilities are vastly overstated. It really can't do the things that both the people who are really into it and the people who are really afraid of it say it can do. It's in many ways just kind of shitty. And that's that's kind of the whole thing. So the song's like, this stuff isn't actually that good, and the people who use it are all selfish, awful people.
Yep.
The people who like run the companies and things like that.
I mean, like, Sam Altman wanted a quarter of the world's electricity for ChatGPT. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like all these companies are all the AI companies are like terribly unprofitable and have no real way to get there. All this stuff, just complete clown cars of operations, but they're treated like they're the people who are going to be running the world, and it's like
right, man.
so far, I don't think so.
Right.
Because
Well, I mean, that's kind of a hot topic here in our state too, because there's been a couple of data center topics come up here in our state.
yeah, we got one up here that's been a big hot button
Independence.
issue for a while.
Yeah. There's one here in Kansas City. That's been a huge issue. The people in the city have been trying their absolute hardest, but like in many other places, they're
Kind of
voices
forced upon
completely
them, yeah.
ignored. It's getting like pushed through despite the huge amounts of opposition to it among the people who have to actually live around the thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've been seeing videos of people going to and just wherever these things are talking about being installed or built or whatever, and I mean these people are showing up in droves, going, "Don't put that shit here," and they're
Right.
just fucking it completely ignored. It's
Well-
it's so disheartening. It's
So the only good thing about that is if things get too far out of the way, then we want to get rid of it. We know what to destroy first. So just saying.
Yeah, theoretically, if you were.
Yeah, I mean, hypothetically, if you were to be put into a scenario where you had to think,
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, hypothetically.
nudge.
if you get too no. So if one of us come up missing, we know what happens.
I can't. Shit, I
I think
can't.
we'll see a headline of that happening at some point.
Oh, probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Somebody's gonna be crazy enough to take one of them out.
I
sure.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Somebody who just couldn't pay their electric bill because of it, or
Or some private plane guy just says, you know what, I want to drive it into this building.
piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the funny thing is like people are, the people who are on like, or who are on that side of all of this shit are gonna be like, why would people do that? Well, no shit. People have been telling you why this whole time.
Yeah. If you've been paying attention,
you can't be surprised at all.
Yeah, exactly. If you've been paying attention, you've seen the escalation, and if you've been paying attention, you would know that it's gotten that bad. It's gotten to that point. But of course, they're not, because it's just not the way their brains are wired.
Well, I mean, like you said in the song, it got the goddamn heads in the sand. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like Sam Altman says in over and over, oh, this is going to take everybody's jobs. Everyone's going to lose their jobs and their livelihoods, and this is going to take over the world. And then he's surprised when people are mad at him and hate him, and college graduates are booing his technology at their ceremonies and stuff. It's like, well, you've been threatening to take away hundreds of thousands of people's livelihoods for the past several years. Right. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where you're from or like what fucking side of the aisle that you're on. I mean, when you're talking about just axing God knows how many jobs, people are going to rally and are going to rise up against you. It doesn't, because at this point, it's ideologies aside. It's like, fuck that guy, get him. So I mean, I mean, seriously, I mean, talk about putting your differences aside. I mean, like you said, when you can't fucking pay for this, that, and the other thing that you need on a daily basis, and this guy over here is just like, hey, look at this picture of me with the supermodel. It's like, that's not. It's what the hell does that have to do with anything? You know, I can't keep my lights on, and you're over here storing deep fakes. Who they get? Fuck that guy. So.
I think one of my favorite things I've seen posted recently was a guy was talking about. We went to Boston and threw tea in the sea for 3 pences of tax, and now we're getting ass raped, and nobody has the balls to say anything. It's like he's not wrong. I mean, it's kind of like.
Hell, my favorite line in the title track was, "So the suit should go skydiving like it's 1929." I fucking love it. God.
That was after a meeting.
God, I fucking love that line.
Yeah, we us as well as some other people we know would just go on these like hours long rants about it, and it's been fun to watch the conversations progress because it started out as very much like the doomerism type stuff back in like 23, 24 of like, oh my God, this is gonna replace music and replace art and replace workers and everything. Although as it's progressed and we've learned more about the progression of it, especially as Rob has been in the thick of it for a while, him just like getting increasingly angrier and angrier.
They finally got me at the end of March. Yeah.
Oh shit! I was sorry to hear about that.
Oh damn, man.
Yeah,
by law.
It's like we need to start it over again, start the song over again. We need to write Killicon Valley too. Now that this has happened,
and it was the last one that I dropped vocals on because I just needed to have it ready to like put update as
sure. Yeah.
I revised it so many times over the course of like a year or two that we were working on this song.
Well, now I got to say something about Peter Thiel. Okay, great.
But I mean, it's good inspiration for sure, but that's not the way you'd want to get it.
Well, it sucks that you have to have first person inspiration about something like that. That fucking sucks.
But I think it made for a different edge than most of the work that's been put out on it.
It made it a lot more genuine. Like this is something we actually like feel strongly about.
Yeah.
Because songs about like demons and dragons and shit, fuck yeah, those are cool. But like, no, this one hits deep. Man.
So I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. Listen to me.
Right.
Well, that's the thing is people don't listen to the people that know exactly what they're talking about. They listen to media, what the media pushes. That's the problem. It's like if I hear the media say something about AI or whatever, and then you're working with it, and you say, hey, this fucking shit's ridiculous, we need to stop it, then why would I believe the media over somebody that's working with it? I don't get that at all.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's kind of like this side's paid to tell you what they want you to know. And this guy's telling you what you need to know, and you're not paying attention because you don't think it's you don't think it applies to you or whatever. But it's going to eventually apply to everybody at some point, unless we.
Even worse when it comes full circle and we're like, "Is that true? Let me check Chat GPT." And it's like, "Oh, that's even worse."
Yeah. I mean, it is bad enough that like hell. My mom sent me a message early on Messenger because there's a guy who plays he used to play in the NHL and he actually died yesterday. And my mom, she's like, did Claude Lemieux, that's the guy's name. She's like, is Claude Lemieux Moritz Sider's agent? Because we're fans of the hockey team up in Michigan, and she's texting me, and I was like, I don't know, let me find out. So I went to Google, and I was like, who is Moritz Seider's agent? And it turned out it was the guy who died. I was like, yep, that was him. So it's bad enough that we actually have to Google shit, but so it's
Well, at
so,
some
I mean,
point you gotta think, is AI going to tell on itself though? I mean,
right, so
is it going to be smart enough to be like, oh shit, I ain't telling him that,
yeah.
No.
No, he said no.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Short answer: no. It will not.
Not at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it never gets to that point, because then we'll really be screwed. But
Yeah, then it'll be something completely different. That's the thing. You can get AI to say anything, because it literally just spits out what it thinks is the correct answer, and it has no sentience. They want it to, and they, for a while at least, they are pretending it would, or that it soon would. They don't really do that anymore, because most people have figured out by now that that's just a bunch of BS.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because a guy at work's really hung on this AI thing, and he's got like an app on his phone. I'm not sure which one he uses, but he's got a different one on his phone, and he'll talk to it, and he'll ask it stuff. He was asking about not the Blue Origin, but the SpaceX. SpaceX, just launched up into space a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how much it costs to do that, and she was saying, oh, it's like so and so millions, or 100 millions or whatever, and he's like, wait a minute, I thought it cost like $1 billion, and she goes, oh, well, wait a minute, it used to be that, now it's 300 to 400 million. So she changed her answer. It was like 100 million, now it's 300 to 400 million, because he questioned it, and I'm just like, wait a minute, that sounds like it's a bunch of BS altogether.
Yeah, you can't. People don't realize that, because it sounds good. You ask it a question and it just gives you an answer. You don't have to Google something and like dig through the answer, especially now that Google sucks.
Yeah.
But it just spits out what it thinks is the most likely answer. Not even what is correct, what is most likely.
Yeah.
So you can't rely on it for anything, but people don't understand that, especially because, like I said, the media just says whatever the CEOs say. They don't understand it themselves either, so they just repeat. So if you don't spend an absurd amount of time, like Rob and I do, researching this stuff and listening to the news about it and all of that, you would have no way of knowing that.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
I spend far too much time thinking about
The
it.
narrative is coming from MBAs, shareholders. It's not coming from end users. It's not coming from, people depending on medical technology or POS systems like that to maintain their quality of life. It's like every other industry. It goes public, and then it's run by business majors instead of industry experts, and it goes to shit.
Yeah.
Run by people who know how to manipulate the numbers to get money out of it, rather than the people who actually know how to use it in a way that would actually help people.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
When
So
OpenAI
it's almost like a video game comes out, and the game testers just don't have no say in anything. I guess that's kind of
Yeah.
pretty much. So you say, oh, we're still going to roll with it anyway, but there's bugs in it, guy.
Yeah.
and then you got Xbox, getting blowed up with hey man, this game has got a this and this in it. Like they told us that, but
I mean, Jesus, how long has it taken them to come out with GTA 6 at this point? I mean,
oh yeah, well
True.
we've had 12 presidents. I think we've had 12 presidents or something. I don't know.
I know the memes. The meme.
We could try
Multiple
to.
consoles ago at this
Yeah,
point.
there are kids who were born when the Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, that by the time 6 comes out, we'll be able to purchase it legally.
That's,
They don't have to trick their parents into getting it for them or something. They can just go and get it.
How many albums can we get out before GTA 6?
hey, there you go. Hey, we're down with that challenge if you want.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying for. We're trying to reverse the trend.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's great. Oh man. So is there like so you guys have y'all have already done I guess like a party for the release party and stuff. So what's y'all got anything else lined up as far as live going forward, or?
We got a couple shows that are in the works. One of them got announced down by Wichita that we're gearing up for later on in the month. We got a couple that have not been announced fully yet, so we can't really announce them just yet. But we do have some
Oh, yeah,
things in
that's
the works. We're planning on branching out a bunch regionally on top of writing and getting ready for the next release because we would like it to not be 10 years in between full lengths anymore.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I
but
think
yeah, we
that's
got
the thing. I think that's the thing with a lot of bands now. Ever since because COVID put a stop on so much that they're just like, hell, just keep releasing. Like, you know, it's like almost even like the bigger bands are coming out with stuff like every 2 years now. It's kind of crazy. They're like, as soon as they get off tour, they're starting to record the next album. I'm like, damn, they're just looping and looping, man. Even bands like Megadeth and Lamb of God and all those guys have been just like back to back albums. It's kind of crazy to think that those guys would be doing that other than smaller bands doing that. But I mean, that's kind of the way. I guess kind of what COVID did though to the industry is kind of put some uncertainty in the air, and like people just like, hey, something could happen any day. Let's go. So
Yeah, back to the good old days.
yeah, right. Yeah.
You can't just you can't just sit on your ass and wait 6 to 8 years, to come out with shit just because of who you are. It's like, no, you got to go, man. You have got to go.
Yeah.
So it's kind of benefited us as fans. I mean, I guess if anything was going to come out of that, I guess that that's kind of a silver lining if you want to look for one. So
it's kind of a double-edged sword, really, because it's cool that we're getting like a lot more, stuff a lot faster than that, but I don't know. It also is just kind of like, oh, this person released an album, and it's like a week later, it's like, who cares? There's another one, So it's just kind of making it harder. It's cool that there's a lot more to enjoy.
Yeah,
but it's harder to like stay relevant too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that could be. And from your guys' perspective, I can see that. From our perspective as a fan, I guess we are definitely on the other side of the fence here. So yeah,
I think one of my favorite things that happened on this show was from Rick Jimenez from Extinction AD. We were talking about where did my list go? So we were talking about the album list, which this week's list from new albums that I just printed today was I'll give you a little look here. These are the albums that are coming out. Well, let me see if I can get there. You go. So these are the albums list that I have that came out this week.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So you're looking at that, and he said, and I showed him that, and he was just like, you know what though? How many of those guys are going to be doing it in 3 years? And I said, man, that's kind of something you don't think about. It's kind of like, yeah, you're probably right. Half those people probably won't be doing it in 3 years. So it's kind of crazy,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I think you have to have, at this day and age, you have to be unique in some sort of way, which I think you guys are. Especially vocally. Vocally, I think it's very unique because I don't think there's a vocalist out there that I could even compare you to. So I mean, it's kind of
no.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, you kind of got an original thing going there. And I'm bringing that up. The song on the new album. The song on the new album. Is it Joragumo? Is that how you say that? Okay.
Yeah.
So that song right there resonated with me the first time I heard it because it clicked like right from the beginning. I'm just like, dude, I don't think I've ever heard a song like come out like that. And before a lyrics ever said, you hear every instrument being displayed and put to the forefront before a lyrics ever laid. And I'm just like, man, this is crazy, dude. Like, I don't think I've ever heard that.
That was an interesting song. Like, we kind of came over. Zach had this kind of bass groove thing that he laid down, and we just kind of started building and building.
Yeah.
And by the time we got done writing it, we were just kind of like, the fuck is this? Like,
it was definitely a weird one. All the songs that we write together in a room kind of come out like that, kind of weird. That one especially, because like we kind of kept stacking it. It was like a thing where like the demo that we were like using to learn a song and all that was like just kind of like the basic layer. Then after that's when we added in like the guitar leads and obviously the vocals and all that. So yeah, we were like listening to the final version like, we've accidentally written a really weird song. That was not our intention at all. When we didn't start out, or even while we were writing, when we like bounced out the first demo, like, oh, this is a weird song, but it's kind of what it turned into by the time we finished writing and recording it.
because you hear the bass line, then you hear the drums, then you hear the guitar. Like you hear it like elevate, as it goes into the lyric. It's like, wow, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, that opening bass intro was bonkers. Oh man,
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
oh
thank
god.
you. Why did you think that? Because that's kind of what we thought too.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, that's deep.
And I think that's a lot of that's a lot of things that you kind of expect a guitar lead in, but like a bass guitar lead in, you don't really hear a lot. So I think that kind of stands out when you do hear it. You're like, oh wow, that's
not really. Yeah, not really quite like that one where it is so standalone like that, Jason.
Right.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt the
It
same.
goes a long time before the guitars come in. It's weird when we.
It does.
it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Just once, right?
Yeah. Just,
Yeah, and it's weird maybe for me at least. I don't know about Dan because it's like I'm standing around for a while, kind of watching them play. I'm like, I can like the song is being played actively, but I get to take a break, and Dan and I don't give ourselves breaks very often.
Yeah, there's somehow a lot going on and also very little going on at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
in that song.
I'm just sitting there staring at Rulo while he like plays the drum groove and all that. I'm like, well, I have to start thinking of things to do during that part on stage, so I'm not just kind of standing around like a dope.
Hey, you can always be like Scott Ian that come out and said he played online poker during. Actually, there goes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Scott Ian. So he used to play online poker.
That's what I should do is like open up an app and kind of like make it clear to the audience I'm like playing a game.
That's what we talked about that as like a contingency plan at the album release show for if the video wall had any problems. 'Cause
Yeah.
I had my laptop on me, and they're like, "Yeah, just video wall messes up. Just I don't know, play RuneScape." Or
Yeah,
something.
like we're all just go rogue. Yeah, the venue we were playing at had a big LED screen, and they were like, "Hey, send us your logo," because that's generally what they do. They just kind of display your logo. And Dan and I were like, "Well, we're headlining. This is our show. We should like take advantage of this." And then we spent entirely too much time putting it together. Like way.
We should take
too much
advantage
time.
of this, and then we did.
We wanted to
Then
do
we
a
did.
whole presentation to kind of say, hey, like we're pros now.
Yeah.
Like
You're gonna headline a show.
Yeah.
Headline a fucking show.
Damn right, man.
Yeah,
we're not
that's what
the
we're trying for. Yeah.
we're not the kids drinking at the local venue anymore. Like we're pros. Look at what we can put on.
Yeah, and we had Joro Gumo was just like a bunch of pictures of the Joro Gumo monster and like some videos I found of like PBS doing a segment on it and things like that. And I decided to really put the crowd through it when we played Holy Man and Part of the Tribe.
Yeah.
Part of the Tribe was just literally a compilation of clips from Cannibal Holocaust. And then Holy Man was just a bunch of like cult leader stuff. I'm like showing Jonestown bodies and like the Heaven's Gate, Heaven's Gate bodies, and I was showing it to my wife, and she was just like, "Jesus Christ, what are you guys doing?"
Exactly. Hell yeah.
So when we played the first Flame from Weapons Against Their Will, we were like, we can't keep up this like misery, like brutal misery. So it was just like some videos Dan found of like goofy Dark Souls machinima, like Dark Souls characters dancing. So like it can't all be miserable, just some of it.
Yeah.
On second thought, that might have made it weirder. Like you just played all this like very heavy stuff, and then all of a sudden there's honey.
Yeah.
I had trouble when we were going over that song, going with the video wall in practice, like watching all the goofy Dark Souls memes. I was like trying to keep a straight face while saying it was.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah. We might end up repurposing some of that footage later because a lot of it spent too much time editing it for it to get played once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know why bands who do that tend to like have like just a looping video.
Oh yeah, I get that now.
yeah.
I'm learning a lot. I'm understanding now a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing is you could at the same time. I mean, I don't know how long the actual presentation was, but you could actually chop it up. So I mean, you could do a little bit more of a segmented kind of thing. So
Yeah, we were talking about doing something like that, like getting like an Adobe Pro license so we could kind of build the clips out into like a playlist sort of. But we kind of decided like that's another fucking license we got to pay for. We just kind of ended up bouncing it down to like what was it, like a 55-minute long just like video file.
Yeah.
We had house tracks going on one channel, going out to the house, and then the other side was the click track, which went to Rulo's ears, and we just kind of synced it up that way. And
Yeah, very low, relatively low tech, and it worked. So it was cool. Everyone's like, "Wow, that was so cool!" Well, thank you, because I spent 8 hours editing that video for Holy Man, and I lost my mind doing it.
I spent like weeks doing just the Killicon.
Oh yeah,
video
it was all DIY. The Killicon Valley video was filmed in Dan's basement, and he edited it. And yeah.
Yeah, bought like a cheap $130 like lighting kit and like a green screen for another like $30, and then I used my limited knowledge of video, and then I had to like learn a bunch of stuff myself, and I was able to kind of take it all and put it into this thing, which I spent hours and hours and hours doing, and yeah, it turned out kind of goofy, but in a good way, I think.
I think it was a cool video, especially how it like, you kind of like fade out, and then somebody else pops in. It's like, oh shit, what the hell? It kind of messed me up the first time I seen it. I'm like, wait, what the hell? But now that you told me what the song's about, it makes perfect sense. It's kind of like
yeah.
Well, I kind of like the fact that, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of that technical expertise with that kind of stuff. So, kind of to me, it kind of looks like, okay, this is something that would probably be even a little bit above my head. But what I like about it is, what it looks like and what it's talking about. Because we were talking about a little bit ago, this whole thing is hyped up to be the be all end all, and it's going to do all this, and it's going to replace that, and it's going to, and like you said, it's been made out to be this grand thing, and it's really kind of meh, so kind of it's kind of like a middle finger to the whole thing, kind of like, yeah, and this is what we made to kind of make fun of what you said this shit was going to do, and what we made is better than what your stuff can even do. So it's kind of like, kind of like a kind of like a metaphorical fuck you to the whole thing.
Kinda, yeah. Like it may not be like as clean and polished as like a studio with, thousands and thousands of dollars, but you know what? It has more damn personality than any like anything Sora could pump out or whatever, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Because why? Because the end product was created by, created by hands. Created by human hands. It has character. So.
Mm-hmm. I also like the video, the in the long grass that you guys put out.
That was Josh did that one.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, and I made the lyric video. Same deal. I kind of like learned over the course of a couple days how to do that, and then I just we were gonna pay somebody to do it, but I was like,
the irony of it is that like the main reason Josh learned how to do it was because we kept trying to find people who make lyric videos, and every single one was like, yeah, I can do this. I'm going to do this in AI. I'm going to do this with AI. I'm going to do this with AI. And we're like,
what the fuck are we paying you for?
Yeah, it was really wild. Like you can't make fools of us like that. We can't put out a song like Killicon Valley and then have a video that has AI in it. We're going to look cool. No one's going to ever take it seriously. So I was like, I dabbled in lyric video making before. I was like, oh, let me try one more time. And I like got like the first 30 seconds. They're like, yeah, that's good. Just do it. I was like, okay. And so now we know, there's no AI. That's what I think. I see a lot of bands who have AI in their videos, but then you see an artist credited in the like, description of the video. And like, I think legitimately they think they're hiring an artist, but they're actually getting someone who uses AI. And it's like, so now we're paranoid about that. When we hire an artist, like, is he going to be just, firing up Chat GPT to give us a cool image of a skull or whatever. So we have to like, it sucks. You have to like constantly be kind of looking over your shoulder, especially when you stake the position as hard as we have.
Yeah.
Like we really can't go back on it. We can't be caught slipping like that.
We've dug our trench.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it really is. it really is a good hill to die on at this point. Because I mean, even with as rudimentary as shit still is, I still think it's crept into places that I don't think it needs to be, and I'm kind of over this bullshit already. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
so yeah, so thankfully, platforms, are, not YouTube, but because we've seen it on YouTube, but like Spotify and certain websites, like Encyclopedia Metallum is like, we're not going to list work from any bands. If we find out they're AI, we're gonna not list them. And Spotify is, for
Bullshit.
what they are, I'll give them credit. They
Well, no, that video that I posted is on Spotify.
yeah. So I mean, they are supposedly at least trying. So I mean, I'm going to give them credit until I think that it needs to be taken away from them. So they're at least supposedly they're at least trying. So I will give some of these platforms credit where they're like, nah, we're not gonna do that shit. If we find out that it's fake, then we're gonna get rid of it. So I mean, I'm hoping that these platforms are true to their word, because I know a lot of it is kind of hard to sift through. And say what you want, but some of this shit's actually getting pretty scary accurate now at this point. So I mean, some of the photos that you see, and I can't remember what the picture was, but it was either earlier today or yesterday. So I mean, it was actually relatively recently. But there was, I know what it was. It was on Free Beer and Hot Wings Facebook page. I don't know if you guys know who Free Beer and Hot Wings are, but
Are they still on 1029?
Yes,
Right,
yeah, they are.
Right?
Yeah. So it was on their website, and it was actually a picture of I want to say it was Hot Wings, but there was a side by side, and it was like, one of these pictures is created by AI. Can you tell which one? And it's like, I fucking couldn't. So I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like, it's really, really, some of this shit's is getting a little crazy, scary with how good it looks. But
they figured out how to cut that extra finger off. So.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have like a special eye for it. I can typically tell within a couple seconds, if even that, of whether or not something's AI. But it is getting harder to tell, and it's like, it's not good enough to like replace photographers or replace movie makers yet.
Yeah.
But it is good enough to cause damage on social media.
Absolutely.
Well, luckily at the last movie strike, they were smart enough to put that in their deal where nobody could take their likeness or anything without being sued. So like they were, music needs to get on board with that. I think
they absolutely do.
People can't, for all sense and purposes, I hate Taylor Swift, but at least she's smart enough to get that done where nobody can use it. She actually got a thing where nobody can use her voice or anything, or they'll get sued. So
especially her, that's really smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, a lot of bigger stars, I think, and that's what I said about Spotify and stuff like that. Until bands like Metallica or Pantera and all them start pulling their music off of there, they're not going to bat an eye, because if somebody's got 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers or followers on there and pulls their stuff, they're going to like, So somebody with millions and millions of followers pull their shit, they're going to be like, oh, hold up, we got a problem. So because they don't pay anybody, but they're not going to make any money if that music's not there. So
that's true.
Nobody else.
If your favorite band's not on Spotify anymore, what's the use of having Spotify? I mean, that's just because your favorite band's not there, and that's who you mainly follow. Then a lot of people's just going to be like, oh, I'm out then. So
it would definitely put a dent in the bottom line. So.
No, well, thank God Bandcamp's still out there to make sure everybody gets what they're supposed to. So.
Man, I really like Bandcamp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bandcamp's great.
And they're probably not making $6 billion a year profit off of bands.
But they're from everyone we've talked to, and you guys included. I'm pretty sure we talked about them during our first interview too. I mean, everyone we talked to who is on Bandcamp has like really had nothing but good things to say. So
and stress it. They usually stress you get their stuff there. So
So and I mean, you should, because I mean, then you're basically almost directly dealing with the band, one-on-one. Now granted, I know Bandcamp is still kind of running a business, and I get it, but that's probably Bandcamp is probably about as close as you can get to dealing with a band, unless they have like their own website that they've purchased a domain for. So I mean, it really is the
perfect, but they're
closest
far and away like the best out of like what's available to guys
Yeah.
like that, or even somebody just starting out. Really,
Yeah, we can sell merch and sell our albums. It's kind of turned into basically our website. I mean, between that and Facebook, that's kind of like our two primary platforms. If you on those two, you have everything you need from us, and it's very simple, very user friendly, and they don't get in our way. They're not constantly pestering us about buy this, buy that, subscriptions, etc. They just let us list our albums and our merch and let us sell it, and they tell us when somebody buys something, and there you go.
I wish they would make it a little more clear about how they split up, how much they're going to take, but that's a different. That's a different.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's probably always still going to be kind of a bone of contention, but at least they're at least it's not what is it, Jason? 0.007 cents of
true.
a play or whatever it is.
007,
007.
Yeah, I don't even.
Something.
It's
like
a fraction of a cent. Per
yeah.
It's an absolute insult. What it is.
Yeah. I actually seen a joke about that a while. I think I can't remember what band member it was, but one of the band members from a prominent band was talking about that, and they were talking about the pennies. They're not making pennies anymore. So he's like, well, hey, how about we get paid a nickel for every play we get now on Spotify?
That'd be a huge raise, I think.
Yeah, it would. Be.
Huge raise.
He's like, you can't give me a fraction of something that doesn't exist anymore. It's like,
yeah, because that's the thing is if you take 5 cents and divide it by too many decimal points, and you divide it by 0.007, if you were to get up to a nickel per play from what you're getting now, it would be a 714
raise.
You would get 714% raise.
Yeah, a nickel per stream might be enough to get me to actually check the the revenue we make off of streaming, because I don't even look.
Check it now.
Yeah. About every few years, I check to see, and it's like, ooh, we made $30. Like,
yeah,
that's horrible, dude.
Yeah, we could buy one of our own T-shirts.
Yeah, right.
we can go buy a pizza for dinner. Good thing I haven't eaten in the past 3 years.
Right.
What was that one show where I was just like, I had this groundbreaking idea of like, we all wanted just, like a pizza to share, so we didn't overeat before the set, and I was just like, we were all divvying it up, and I'm like, why don't we just take it out of the band money?
We had this come to God moment, like, dude, we can do that.
Yeah. Instead of everyone just like paying $4.
The first and only time the band has bought me a meal.
Yeah.
My wife joked once, like, you should embezzle some money out of the band. I'm like, the band embezzles money from me.
Yeah.
We know that feeling too. The podcast is always got their hand in my back pocket. So
yeah, exactly.
For something, it's kind of gear goes down, you got to buy new mics, or laptop fries, you got to buy a new laptop.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about like that's not even mentioning like the gear that we buy. Like all we're in the recording studio right now. I'm not even going to add up how much all this stuff costs, because it'd be a number that makes me sad.
Yeah.
But, I'm not even counting all that.
Yeah, probably best not to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd rather not figure that out, because I don't think I want to know that number.
Yeah.
You'd be like, guess what, honey? We're bankrupt.
Yeah.
Shit, I actually
or you're actually counted up and wondering why you're not. Like, how the fuck am I not bankrupt? Like,
right? Yeah.
I don't know how I have all this stuff and still have any a place to put it.
Yeah. I had said if I fall on hard times, there's going to be signs, because I can show you this. You're not even seeing like this room I'm in right now, so it's kind of like there'll be signs, like a lot of this shit will be gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So, like if you ever see me see me list any of these amps you're seeing over on this rack
Yeah.
behind us, just know that things have gone terribly wrong for me.
There you go. And actually, I got 4 rooms in the house that look like this, so it's
Hey,
definitely bad.
I can back that up. Yeah. I can. Yeah, I can.
I actually
I can vouch for that. Yeah.
I actually got forced to downsize a while back, and I still got shit in a tote. It's never made it to a wall yet. So
I was about to say, I was about to say you haven't even brought up the damn totes yet. So yeah, I was gonna beat me to it because I was gonna bring those up.
So yeah, there's definitely be a there will be signs. There'll be an auction here or something, or online auction at eBay or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the things that I buy though are kind of they mean something. So it's kind of like with like pops and stuff like that, it's usually like a certain store's exclusive or something like that where it's not Target don't carry the Walmart stuff. Walmart doesn't carry Target stuff. So
Yeah.
and then none of them carry GameStops. So it's kind of like they only have them at these stores. So the chances of anybody else getting them is pretty slim to slim. So and Pops has that thing where they only make so many of every one. So that's how they get you a lot of times is oh, there's only 1,500 of these. I'm like, shit.
Well, yeah, the amount.
Gotta get that Megadeth one, man, because they only got 1,500 of them.
I mean, the amount of stories we've done over the years about limited edition, this, that, and the other thing. Like every time Knucklebones comes out with something that's like numbered between 500 and 750, but by the time we read the story, the pre-orders already happened and they're all fucking gone. So
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Actually, it happened to me. The Metallica one. I don't remember which one it was. Was it the Kill 'Em All or Riding the Lightning? One of those came out. The Pops did, and they had like the band members and the Pops and the album cover in the background. And I said, "Oh man, I got to get that." And we just did the story on it, and then I told Chris. I looked at it later that afternoon, and it was already sold out. I said, "Dude, it's already sold out, man. I can't even get it. Like, what the?" Actually, no. I told you I put myself on the list, and they said sorry. They sent me an email saying sorry. You were 1,600 and something out of 1,500.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
That's what it was.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
so I did get the Master of Puppets one though. So that's my favorite record from them anyway. So. Kind of got lucky with that one, I guess. But
well, that was also why when I found the 4 Kiss members, when I found those, it's like I'm gonna get those for him, because we're not. I mean, musically, we're not like the biggest Kiss fans, but it's like I know you collect those. I was like, well, hell, they're all 4 of them are right here. So I was like, I'm gonna get them. So. Which
was pretty odd. I see all band members there together because I'm still like too short of Slipknot and. I don't have Tom Mariah of Slayer, but I got everybody else. So it's kind of I already got one band member missing here and there. So
yeah. Well, thankfully, it was
waiting on Hellevates. I'll get some Hellevate.
Oh
stuff
man,
yeah.
Well,
they actually have a thing where you can make your own pop, and it's the same price as you buying one. So
I was just about to say you can get them made. Absolutely.
Yeah. I actually got my wife one for Christmas of her because she's a big gamer. So I had her like a video game thing and everything, and she's like, "Oh, that's cool." And so she's got her own pop. So and they're all like one of one. So
one.
Yeah, unless you do a contract with them. Be like, I was like, man, Dan Award make a cool pop, man.
Actually, yeah, he would.
We had to talk to Funko, man. So y'all got to get on this. Y'all got to get.
You guys could even make a Funko Pop out of the album cover, the new album cover.
Yeah.
That skull.
He's like, get him ideas.
Yeah. You could get that done. You absolutely could.
Chippy.
Yeah. I like it.
There you go. Yeah.
I like that.
What would his body look like? I don't know. That's the thing.
I don't know.
That's a bridge to cross.
Yeah, that's a bridge. We can talk about that.
Let's ask Brock.
Yeah, Brock. What should his body look like? No, let's not do that.
I'm in a turtleneck like Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Sure. Or at this point, they may come with a broken laptop or something,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We during the filming of the music video, we did almost kind of break it. We talked about it. I brought an old Chromebook, and we were thinking about it, but I was like, we had already done the destroying tech thing for Rage Dealers, so we decided to hold off on it. And I mean, it worked out. The video's great, but we did come very close to destroying a laptop for the video. Like we were destroying TVs for rage dealers. Like we can't
repeat.
we can't do that
immediately.
two in a row. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can't.
I get it.
There are 2 shots in the video where I like throw my phone down, and one of them is like one of them's just supposed to be like me checking Robinhood or some shit.
Yeah,
But and which then my girlfriend watches the video and she goes, "Please tell me you didn't actually throw your phone down." I'm like, "No, there's a pillow on the ground."
yeah,
That wasn't.
Yeah.
But I've got an otter case anyway. But I mean,
yeah. But he was actually throwing his real, and he was really checking Robinhood and then really throwing it onto the pillow. But yeah,
which
I've been there.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, you want the authenticity of it, so sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Or I think she said, "Please tell me that was your work phone." I'm like, "No, that's my personal one." Yeah.
Well, yeah. Business phone. Who cares? Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, man, this crazy thing happened. Like,
Yeah, it's
you're
crazy
not- yeah,
happened with my phone.
She sees the video on YouTube. Is this the crazy thing? Is this the crazy thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, that was the crazy thing. Damn it.
No, that's an unrelated phone that I'm throwing onto the ground.
Totally different phone.
That's
Totally different phone.
But then you've dug yourself in a deeper hole because then she's like, "Why do you have 2 phones?" Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, that's not a discussion you want to have.
garage sale. I saw it and I was like, "Hey, what if I need it?"
Jason,
we were just talking about the album cover a little bit
there
here,
we
so I was wanting to bring it up here and kind of talk
Yeah.
about it a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Metal Odyssey.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're a news site, aren't they? What is that?
yeah, I don't know. It's the first thing that popped up the image, so I just
No,
went with it. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard sometimes to pull it up on some of these because like I'll blow it up full screen, and then when I get over here to like share it, it went back little again. I'm
It
like, shit.
was the thumbnail. Yeah, I know. I hate
Yeah.
that shit.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, well, this one seems to stay in place, so we'll use this one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Encyclopedia Metallum does that. It's got the normal size, and then you blow it up, and it'll be full screen.
right.
If you do try to do anything else, it closes it. So that pisses me off. But
So seeing the album cover now and then, talking to you guys, and that's what I like talking to bands, is because they kind of get a little bit more of in depth of what they were thinking, with albums and stuff. And this definitely fits in with what you were saying, with the circuit board and then the skull kind of in the middle of it. And,
Yeah, the concept was kind of Josh's idea to begin with. So
Yeah. I came up with the idea a while ago. I made like a mock-up in Photoshop, which is basically exactly the same thing. It's kind of a weird set of influences. I thought that would be sort of like a good to make Killicon Valley the song sort of the focus of the album, because it's sort of like the most socially relevant. But it's weird. It's like I saw a billboard on the highway around here that had a color scheme kind of similar to this. It was like dark green and orange in the middle, but it had like a purple logo, and that didn't make the final cut. But
Right.
I decided it looked really cool, so I was like kind of thinking through ideas with that color scheme. I was like, circuit board, this is metal, so skull in the middle, the skull is like screaming, and it's like, and I basically made a mock-up in Photoshop, which is this idea, but not done as well. And we sent it to our artist, and he sent it.
cooked up.
Yeah, and that's what he did the idea, but much better. We briefly considered making the song "Curse God and Die" kind of the title track, and we were trying to invent a cover art for that, because Rulo was like, well, that's kind of like thematically sort of like what all the songs are about. And we I was high. I was like, whoa, dude. but we like couldn't really think of I had an idea for it. It was like really complex and kind of death metal-y, and we were talking about it like, that's kind of, it's kind of stock. Let's go with the Killicon Valley idea. And he, our artist, he's the same guy who did The Purpose is Cruelty, and he's the guy who did the Long Grass art. And as usual,
Knocked it out of the park.
he's never missed once in his life.
What's really annoying though is like the day like we commission the art, it takes, a couple months for him to get it back to us. We've been thinking about this idea for so long. We're like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. We go to post it, and like within a day, somebody's just like, isn't that just the artwork for Virus by Iron Maiden? And we looked it up, and we're like, fuck, it kind of is.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I don't know, dude. Which is funny because like one of the artwork influences when we gave him a list of like examples of things we kind of were thinking of when we were thinking of the artwork, and we gave him the cover to "Can I Play with Madness" as like kind of a reference image for sort of what we wanted, and it's just kind of weird that he ended up circling back around to a different Iron Maiden image.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it turned out really good. It's just it turns out like skull is actually a pretty like common theme.
Yeah,
in metal.
really, it's just if you're operating in the realm of skulls and metal, it's more than likely somebody else has already done your idea.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there's already an Eddie version of it.
or close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, or something very similar. Yeah.
So is this a local guy or?
No, he lives in
Guatemala.
His name's
wow.
Mario E. Lopez. He does, a lot of art for like power metal and thrash metal bands. Yeah, he's from Guatemala.
okay.
I don't really remember how he got on our radar. I don't remember what piece of art we saw where we were like, oh wow, that's sick. We should get him. But yeah, he's done nothing but great work for us since we started working with him.
So question. So is he? How does he take payments?
I think we've just been doing PayPal basically.
Yeah, just
right?
like PayPal.
Nice. Okay. But
Yeah.
the reason I asked is because we had like our 2024. We actually went out and got somebody to do our artwork, and then like he didn't do any of those apps. So he was over in the UK somewhere, and I'm just like, well, dude, I'd love to pay you, but you got to let me know how to get it to you.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, just wire it here to my bank account. So I'm like talking to like wiring places like Western Union and stuff, and they're like, no, we don't do that. And I'm just like, what?
Well-
So like a couple of banks I talked to too wouldn't do it for some reason. I'm just like, well, it's an over. I guess like because it's a over the seas banking, so they had to make sure it's not like a. I guess I'm like trying to like, do some kind of off grid money laundering thing or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, really, dude, it's $200. You think I'd put more than $200 in it if it was doing some crazy shit like that? But
People in Europe don't realize that bank wiring, directly sending money to each other's banks, isn't something that happens in America. We don't know how to do that.
right? Yeah,
The infrastructure's not here. We have to have a go-between. So you can't just say, well, just wire it to my bank. I'm in America. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, right. It's like, I wish it was that easy where I just do that.
Yeah.
Oh hell, I wouldn't trust anybody to do that. I don't want anybody getting my damn bank account information. Screw that noise.
Yeah, it's apparently normal over there, but yeah, you can't ask us to do it because we don't know how. The infrastructure's not here. You cause a ton of chaos. We're just begging you, please, to just use PayPal. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's what I have. I mean, I've got that, and every transaction is insured, and I'm like, you know what? I've used PayPal ever since I got on eBay, 20 some odd years ago. I have no reason not to use it. So I've had zero issues with PayPal over the years.
Yeah,
so
me either. So that's what I was like.
Not a single issue with it.
If I have a preference, I'd rather use that because it's insured most of the time. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are.
It's easy, but the kids don't use it now. So I have PayPal, and then the kids for a long time are like, can you send it to me through Venmo? I'm like, fine, I got a Venmo. Now I got Cash App. Like, I'm not downloading a third one.
Yeah, no.
I'll just accept being out of touch. I'm not doing it again.
yeah. Well, I actually have all three just because people pay me through them, so I have to have them for people to pay me. So
Yeah.
So it's almost like you almost have to. It's almost like you have to have some kind of. I wish I had like one of those things where you just snap it to your phone and just have people just tap their damn card and just be done with it. But
Oh, like a Square thing?
yeah, or something. But I mean, that's a
Square's
monthly
very
thing.
nice.
That's another monthly fee you got to worry about when you do it. I'm just like, hey, I don't do enough to. I wouldn't do enough to pay for it. You know what I mean? If I was doing a little more, then maybe. But yeah, I'm not. I would not. I probably wind up like breaking even by the time I pay for that, and then everything else too. So. course, I guess breaking even in the business is probably better than losing money. But.
Yeah, break,
yeah.
breaking even's great. I'm celebrating whenever we break even on something. It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do.
No.
Yeah, breaking even is winning. It's kind of like when you go to a casino. So
Right.
Yeah,
One for free. All right.
Yeah, we were like $40 up one time. My wife says, "Okay, let's go."
that would be me.
hell yeah.
That would be me.
She
Yeah,
said, "That'll
me-
pay for dinner. That'll pay for dinner. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a free dinner. Let's go. Let's go while the
Yep.
game's good.
Try it again tomorrow." That's good.
Gotta know when to hold them and fold them. So.
You're right.
Oh my goodness, yeah. All right,
So,
so
yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, talking about back to the album. I got a couple of notes about some things I wanted to ask about. I mean, fittingly enough, since the album just came out, so I want like the instrumental intro titled DTC. What the hell does that mean?
We're not telling you.
No.
It both means something and it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So it can mean whatever you want it to mean.
Makes
Okay,
sense.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It stands for "Do the course." Do the course.
There you go. Yeah.
Fitting because I didn't think of any lyrics for it.
Well, it's funny that you say that because like it almost like kind of goes into in the long grass identically to me. Like it's like, man, that's not too far off from the actual song, so it kind of blends in. It blends in
definitely
really well.
It definitely flowed well. Yeah, it absolutely did. And I mean, as far as instrumental intros go, I mean, Jesus Christ, I mean, you couldn't you're hard pressed to find a more balls to the wall intro than that. I was like, Jesus. I mean, just Rulo's galloping double bass kicks on the on the song. I'm like, my God. I mean, this is how the album starts, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? It's like, good
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. It's a real intense one.
That's kind of
Yes,
the
it
idea.
is.
Yeah. I like just
Yeah.
hitting him right out of the gate, just punching them
Oh,
out.
I
Okay.
fucking
Yeah.
love
It's
what you're in for.
It's kind of becoming something that we're doing because we did something kind of similar on Weapons Against Their Will with Infected Chaos, just like 2.5 minute long, just like riff fest.
Which was that was gonna be like an actual song, and then we were like, you know what, we just kind of like it like this. Like,
Yeah,
just keep it
and
like
I
that.
think that was DTC too, right? It was
Basically,
like,
yeah.
Dan was like, "Well, it's not finished." I'm like, "It sounds finished to me." Just put it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like let's just warm them up with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, show this is what you're getting, and it's about to have words in it.
Yeah,
There will be words at some point.
Yeah.
and Rob gets to
I'll
spend
get around to it.
Rob gets to spend the first 3 minutes of the set not on stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Long ass shorts.
Makes for a
Well,
good stage show too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's a great opener.
Well, thank you.
Whether
Yeah.
whether it be on the album or for one of your guys' live sets. I mean, I don't know if you use it for that, but Jesus,
That's what we did for the album release show.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be in the set for a little while now.
Yeah.
Opening the set, it just works well as a good opener.
Yeah, we've been starting with DTC into long grass.
yeah.
Nice.
We're gonna be like that at least until we start like writing and recording new stuff.
Yeah.
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 Makes total sense to me.
Well, I mean, you can't probably. I mean, you couldn't pick any better songs to probably start with, in my opinion. So, I mean,
No.
y'all got a catalog of shit that I could start with, probably, but. No.
Well, and that's a
Especially
good
from-
thing. I mean, you guys are actually
Well,
getting.
yeah,
to,
I mean-
you guys are actually getting to that point now. I mean, three LPs, excuse me. You got the discography you have now. You have 4 EPs. You have 3 LPs. So I mean, you guys are getting to the point where it's like, all right, what do we add? What do we take out? You got to play the little. You got to play the shell game now. So I mean, you guys are at a good point. Yeah. So.
So is there? So I guess since we brought that up, is there like a song that you guys just have no interest in playing ever again that's on any of the albums, or?
On any of the albums, well,
Yeah, I know Zach when I said I really wanted to try Blasphemer Deceiver, he went, "Oh."
Yeah, that's one. I did
that's
that
a really
one.
hard one.
Yeah, I wrote that one. I was kind of going for like super like blistering fast riffs, which it has, but it's also kind of a bitch to play.
Yeah,
So,
it's a good song, but it's really really not fun to play live.
just because of how intense and fast and technical it is.
Yeah, I think the Iconoclasm is another one from that album. It's 10 minutes long. The structure is really complex. We played it once for the release show for that album, and we'll probably never play it. I'll be shocked if we ever play it live again.
Yeah.
We could play that one, or we could play 2 or 3 other songs that are yeah.
So
that
if you,
aren't quite as hard.
Yeah.
so are those like tracks that you feel like getting older be harder to play, or?
Not even that really. It's a long friggin' song. Like,
Yeah,
It's a really good deep cut, but
Yeah,
it's a really long deep cut.
the riffs on the Iconoclasm aren't that hard to play, but it's just that there's a lot of them, and it's a really long song, and the structure is very kind of free flowing. It was hard. That album probably got pushed back a couple months just because we were too afraid of that song. I remember us like going, we should probably get around to finishing the Iconoclasm. Next time. And then we did that
Next
for
time.
3 months. It was
it's easy to get into that trap of like, how should the song end? I don't know. Like this part sounds cool. What should it go into next? Oh, it should do this next. That'd be cool. Oh, then it should go into this. And next thing you know, you got this long ass
never
song.
ends.
We're like, we need to find an ending. We're like, but we're still writing cool parts for it. Like,
That's probably why you see. That's probably why you see these EPs, and they're like, 2 songs, and it's 36 minutes. Like, oh shit.
yeah.
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 I think Dire Be Killed is another one that we've only busted out once with me, right? Because that's a really tough one.
Yes, Dire Be Killed is another song that's very hard to play live.
Yeah.
All the songs that sound really complex, we don't enjoy playing because they're really complex. They're not fun to play live. You kind of want to be able to kind of zone out and riff and rage, and when you're like fighting for your life, every single guitar riff, it's kind of hard, you know.
And I'm sure you while you're playing, you do kind of want to get a little bit of engagement with the crowd too.
Yeah.
Instead of just being, it'd be kind of weird. You got to stare down at your hand the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah, you're focused so
bit.
much on getting the riffs right and making sure that you're locked in with the drummer that you don't really get to have fun. So those songs eventually kind of work their way out of the set after you play them a couple times because you're like, oh wow, that one's not really fun to play, and then you bring it back later because you've spent enough time away from it that you kind of forgotten. And then you go, oh right, that's why we stopped playing that song. It's an ass. Yeah, because it's not fun.
Yeah.
And when you've got something that's 10 minutes long, I mean, hell, even the people in the crowd are probably like, all right, when is this gonna end? So I mean, you don't want to run the risk of having that happen too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people in the crowd were pretty receptive when we played the Iconoclasm at the release show, but that might just been because it was our release show. At least I think they were receptive. Honestly, I don't really remember.
Yeah, it's been long enough that
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Well,
honestly-
it just at this point too, if you're given a spot and they say, oh, you got 45 minutes to an hour, you don't want to take 11 minutes of that playing one
Yeah.
song.
exactly. Yeah, or you could play like 2 or 3 other songs and
Yeah.
get more bang
exactly.
for your buck.
Yeah.
More song per minute.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's the funny. Well, it's kind of the funny thing. I mean, you've got some songs on the new album. I mean, you got 7.5, 546, 640, 552. So, you guys wrote some. As far as thrash metal goes, those are really long run times for thrash metal songs. But I mean, what I like about them is, obviously the lyrics aside, is what I like what you guys did is on these songs, you guys gave really good lengthy blocks of time to just the instruments. Every single one of the songs has solos, of course, because I mean, they're kind of, and Jason knows how I feel about, guitar solos with thrash metal. They're not required per se, but I mean, they're kind of part and parcel of the package, so there's a little bit of a built-in expectation, especially with thrash metal. So I mean, you guys do your part, of course, by making sure they're there. But I mean, you guys have these full-fledged interludes built into a lot of these songs. But it's not just but the way that the songs are written, composed, and structured and all that stuff, it doesn't feel like they're there just to be there. There's coherence, there's flow, there's structure. So I mean, even though you have these these sections that are probably longer than a lot of bands would put into the songs, you can tell that there's thought put into it. And like I say, it's not just filler to make this song longer and make the album longer. So I mean, you can tell there's a purpose to all of it. And there's plenty of times, and Jason can back me up on this, we've heard plenty of albums where it's like, what was the point of this and what was the point of that? So I'm not going to speak for him, but personally I didn't see any of that here. Well, no. I didn't hear any of that here, I should say. But so for what that's worth, coming from a fan listening to the new album, there you go. So,
well, that's because you had my most of the time when I say stuff about things like that, it's usually an intro where it's like less than a minute long, and then it doesn't even it didn't do anything to go into the next track or anything. It's totally didn't lead in anything. It didn't build you up for anything. I'm just okay, what was that for? So now that it's off, and I feel like if you do an instrumental, you do it like they did it, where it's over 2 minutes long and it's an instrumental, it's an instrumental lead in. So, and I think that's it was perfectly done. So I think that was probably one of the better ones I've heard recently. So,
yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I mean, talking about instrumentals, I mean, the Lost Pages. I mean that damn thing was fucking haunting almost all the way through. I was like, God, this is. I mean, it's mid-tempo, kind of bordering on, heading toward down-tempo, but it's got this ominous tone through it all the way through. It's like, God, this is almost kind of goosebump-inducing. Just the feel of it. I mean, you guys almost put the brakes on with it. Almost. I mean, it just the way you pulled the way you pulled the reins back on it, especially where you put it on the heels of the title track.
Yeah, it was kind of intended to be sort of like a midpoint, kind of not really break, but sort of I guess kind of. It's not really a double album, but it kind of gives that same sort of vibe where it's we've gone. This is the first statement. This is the second statement, kind of thing. Yeah. And then Lost Pages was kind of meant to be sort of the transition into the outro, so to speak, of the album, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was one that Zach had been sitting on that bass part for years, and he kept wanting to do something with it forever. And he sent me kind of a demo of the riffs, because Zach doesn't really write full songs. He just kind of comes up with ideas and then kind of gives them to us, and then we kind of produce them into songs. So he sent me these this collection of bass lines, and then I kind of arranged them into a thing, and then I wrote the guitar parts over that and kind of turned it into a song, and that ended up kind of being, I don't know, that's a theme with things that I do. I start out with one idea, and it just kind of builds into a different thing than I intended it to be, but it ends up being a lot bigger and more grandiose as well. So, and it also it was kind of also intentional that it's parts of that come back in Thou Shalt Kill, the song that comes right after it. So it's almost like an intro to that, but it's also woven into it as well. So it's like a kind of complete work altogether, both of those together.
Yeah. See, again, it's just little nuanced stuff that, you have to kind of pick up on, but again, it just I'm talking about, it lends itself to the thought and the structure and everything that you guys put into it. So it's not we'll just do another instrumental right here just because, so I mean, it's a lot more in depth than that. So
yeah, it definitely turned into something quite crazy. Yeah, this was all Dan and Zach, and mostly Dan, because he's the one who kind of turned it into a song. I was just kind of there around while they were putting it all together, and it was just really cool to hear. And where I was a little worried about it for the reason that it was just so different from everything else. I was like, I mean, it's a great piece, but it's just so different from everything else. It's like ripping thrash metal album with a lot of these like almost death metal riffs and stuff, and here's this like really melodic bass led thing. But then so far, so many people have been telling us like that's their favorite song or one of their favorite songs. So it's cool that it worked out, and it should have because it's a really great tune. But yeah, it was like, oh, I don't know how people will respond to this because I interpreted, I guess, a lot of people compared it to Orion, which I guess probably makes more sense. Because we were,
Zach's real big on Cliff Burton stuff, so that
I can see that.
yeah.
When I first heard it, especially because in the original context, it was supposed to be like have vocals in it and it'd be almost kind of like one of those interludes on Blind Guardian's Nightfall in Middle Earth, that kind of vibe. And it turned into this. So in my mind, I was thinking like power metal, Blind Guardian in the middle of this thrash metal album, but. Yeah, everybody has loved it so far, and that makes us feel good that it worked out like that.
And one little wrinkle that I like, talking about how basically it's Lost Pages is woven into Thou Shalt Kill. One little wrinkle that I liked at the very fucking beginning of Thou Shalt Kill is that little 3-second little dead air that you guys threw in there before that scream when it starts back up. I was like, that was badass. Because because the first time I listened to it, I was like, what the fuck happened? And then it goes, ah! I was like, oh shit.
That was one of Josh's ideas.
Yeah. There was a pause there. There was always a pause there in the original demo, but I wanted. I think what it was that we went to see Skeletal Remains live, and their drummer did something like that. Like he counted in. While he was like counting in a song, he was like screaming while he did it, and I was like, "That's super cool."
Yeah,
I really like that idea. So I was like, "Let's pause for like a long enough time that the listener goes, what's going on?" And then they just hear Rulo going, "Ah!" like spook them. And so I'm glad that so far people have told me that it worked.
Yeah, it works.
There's people going, they jump a little bit when they hear it. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Because after I heard it the first time, I was like, I need to I actually went back and I did like a timestamp on it, and it's 30 to 33. So it's only 3 seconds. It's 30 to 33 seconds.
Feels like a lot longer though.
Yeah. That actually kind of surprised me that you said that because I didn't time it out, and that it seems longer than that. Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously I caught it the first time, and like I say, I kind of did jump a little bit when it kicks back in. I was like, okay, I need to know how long that was. So I went back and made sure, when it started and when it stopped. I was like, that's amazing how just like a 3 second little pause like that, how much of an impact they can have.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I did not know it was only 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's a cool. That's a cool little nuance that you guys threw in there. I like that.
Yeah, I think like I had mentioned to you guys last time we talked to you, like we're just kind of fans of the metal genre as a whole. Like thrash is definitely the backbone, but we pull from a lot of different like things. We like experimenting and doing different things because as much as we love, Exodus, Testament, and what have you, like. Those bands already exist. We want to push that and do something a little bit different, which is kind of how, at least that's how I approach it. And I think these guys agree. Yeah,
you have to now. I mean, if I want to hear something that sounds like '80s Megadeth, I'll just listen to '80s Megadeth.
Right? Yeah.
Give me something new.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the good thing is there are still bands who are. Relatively new that are still keeping that sound alive. So I mean, you don't the good thing, and of course they're not out there in droves, but you can find them. Tail Gunner just came out with an album earlier this year that I've really fucking enjoyed. Holy shit, it's so good. And then there's a band that I discovered for myself. I think it may have been last year. Wings of Steel. They're a traditional heavy metal band, but I mean. But I like Wings of Steel, and Tail Gunner has impressed me a lot. Especially with I think they're all in their early to mid 20s. So I mean, to sound the way they sound for being as young as they are. I mean, their new album was produced by KK Downing. So they've got some pretty powerful people in their corner. Putting their music together. So it is. So that sound is still out there. But yeah, I mean. I totally kind of get why you guys feel that way because like Curse God and Die, the last track on the album, I was like, they went back to their death metal roots on this, you know, because I mean, almost all the way through, I mean, you got the clean vocals and gutturals harmonized together almost all the way through the track. I was like, this is them going back to their, you know, to their roots earlier on. So I was like, I liked that, because I mean, hell, Rob, I mean, you sing you can sing all four ways. You can sing clean, you sing guttural, you sing gravelly. That's what I call it. So it's kind of, you know, in between, you know, full bottom out, you know, down in your gut, you know, gutturals, and, you know, so I mean, you know, there's really no style that you can't sing that you didn't sing on this album, you know. So I mean, you know, pick a vocal style and you've got it.
Thanks, yeah.
You know, so,
Actually, I walked in with the intention of Holy Man being a death metal, doing growls on that.
Yeah, he was thinking it would be like a deicide song, basically.
Yeah. Friends don't let friends impersonate Glenn Benton, so it made me sing.
Yeah, that was really interesting, because like it was originally an experiment in writing to lyrics instead of Rob writing to the music.
Yeah.
So Rob came in with a set of lyrics called Holy Man, and Dan was like, "All right, I got some ideas for this," and he like came back a few weeks later. It's like, "All right, I got a riff for this," and as we were writing the song, we looked at Rob like, "Well, okay. Yeah, you're going to have to rewrite the lyrics because we're not really following the structure of your lyrics anymore." So he ended up writing lyrics to the song again.
Kind of, had to rearrange some stuff, add some other stuff.
I think it was more you ended up having to write more lyrics, because like I had an idea for what he had written already, and that part did work out pretty well, I think, but like it wasn't enough. Because Rob was like, "I'm going to do like a 3-minute long deicide, and then it's going to be over." And it did not end up being.
It turned into something completely different.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because I actually made a note about Holy Man, talking about I picked up 3 different vocal styles in that one song alone. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you know, like I say, you just pick one, and like it was in there. So you know.
Yeah, that's what was happening during recording. We were kind of like experimenting with what Rob could do, and at a certain point we realized we would just like, "Hey, do this line and make him sound like this singer." Okay, and then you do it, and you're like, "All right, sick, you can do it." So as it went on, it started getting crazier and crazier. All right, now do Mil Petroza, do Tom Araya, do Dave Mustaine, do Hansi Kirsch, do some growls right now, do some like black metal screeches, and you just do it, and it was just like, all right, sick. It was just purely just at a certain point, just you know, throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what would stick, seeing what sounds we could get away with and sounds we could layer in there, and you know, it's going to be probably even more crazy on the next one now that we've, you know, gotten to this point.
So it's a little bit of trial by fire, but at the same time, you were, you know, just kind of like, all right, what ammo do we have moving forward? So
I kind of knew already what I could have. Josh and I were in a power metal band previously, and so I knew I could do the Hansi Kirsch kind of air raids. But over the last few years, I'd been really working on dirties, both black and death. Because I was kind of, before I joined, I was kind of spurned by a local death metal band. And so I just was like, I'll show them. I'm gonna we're there and they're not.
So
see, there you go.
So Rob, I guess for you, is there any like older Hellevate songs that were kind of challenging for you to do for live or anything? Or
which older ones have we like really tried to do live? First Flame and Nocturnal have kind of been the big ones that
we've done. I feel like we've done other ones. Like, we played Street Reaper with you.
We played Street Reaper. I didn't really have a problem with Street Reaper.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't.
I mean, it's fast, but once you kind of figure out the timing of everything, that wasn't really a problem. I mean,
well, let me ask you this: is there any of them that you would like to try to do vocally?
Oh shit! There's one on weapons where Drew does a big scream. I have been wanting to play some of the stuff off of Weapons Against Their Will because I was in the crowd at that album release show. I was
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was at a bunch of shows hanging around during that era. I've been wanting to do, and we'll get around to it, I'm sure. But I've been wanting to do Memories of Battle and Death, Blasphemer, Deceiver.
Now that we've talked about how much everyone hates fucking playing that song.
That's my favorite song off that album.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Man, is it not fun? We're talking about Switchblade, right?
Yeah, Switchblade.
Oh, yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
Switchblade would be a good set opener sometime if we wanted to mix things up.
I just asked that because I know you said you like to do more. You've been focusing more on like the death, and I know earlier Hellevate was focusing more death thrash. So
I've been wanting to do Into the Black Forest as well.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah,
that's an old one.
Off of Kill
Yeah.
Confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an old one for sure.
you can lead in with In the Long Grass and then go out into the Black Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah,
Get
just-
further into the set.
But listen to you guys now. Oh, that's an old one. Listen to you guys now.
I know.
You
It's,
guys
I know,
are-
right? It's like, yeah.
it's not fun. Or maybe it is fun. I don't know. It is weird because now, especially after COVID, there's like a new batch of bands starting in Kansas City and like new thrash bands, and suddenly they're talking to me the way I was talking to like the bands that I was fans of and I looked up to when I first started. And it's weird because I guess nobody tells you that that's going to happen. Nobody warns you.
Right.
One day, all of a sudden, you're the old man in the scene. People look at me like I'm like I'm just a guy.
getting
Wait a
called,
second.
getting
Wait,
called,
I didn't sign up
getting
for
called
this.
sir and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're talking about venues that we used to play at, and all the musicians in the current bands that are like regularly gigging are like, whoa. What's that? Where's that at? Oh wow, that place sounds really cool. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
my child.
god,
My sweet
Oh,
summer
my
child.
God,
If
don't-
only you knew.
don't piss me off.
Just think 10 years from now, you're going to have somebody come up to you and go, oh, dude, I remember seeing you guys in 2015.
Yeah,
You're like, shut the fuck up.
Well, hell, Rob, you're from Nashville. Some of the venues, that are some of the venues here that are gone now. So
Yeah. I came to Kansas City in 2010. I still kind of pay attention a little bit. I see Exit N still around.
Exit In is still around.
Yeah.
Man. Like 328 Performance Hall, that place is gone, and there's some other ones, but yeah, Marathon Music Works is kicking pretty well. Exit In is still
I was
around.
just down there in like November, I think. We went down. My girlfriend's a huge AFI fan, so we went to that show when they came.
Okay. Yeah. What part of Nashville are you from, Rob?
I was kind of all over the place. I was born at Vanderbilt and kind of lived in Hillsborough Village as a small kid, and then ended up in East.
Oh, I know where
Nashville.
that is. Okay.
My dad was in a band that played at Douglas Corner all the time.
Okay.
And then I just kind of ended up in Robertson County eventually as a teenager, and
All right.
lived there, and then lived in Clarksville for a few months. And
He says Hillsborough Village, and we imagine him with a microphone with his pinky out. I'm just kidding.
it wasn't maybe near that. I can't. I was little. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it was near Hillsborough Village.
Yeah, I'm just picking on you, man. Like those areas. So it's funny how like those areas, like when we grew up, were probably like considered like the nicer, like more, I guess not say rich, but more. You were more well off. I guess those were the well off areas. They weren't like the rich areas, but they were the well off areas. And now they're just like, you go by there and you're just like, wow, man, these houses are rough. It's like because they're so old. They're so old now. Like nobody's like kind of did anything to
Even on
upkeep
the
them
flip
to.
side of it, when I was living in, I've seen what's happened to like East Nashville. I was living like near Trinity Lane and Dickerson.
Oh
Island.
yeah.
It was the hood. when I was there.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
Oh.
Believe me, when
now it's all coffee
when,
shops and shit.
when we was wrestling, people used to make fun of my wife. She was my valet and say she was always from Dickerson Road. Dickerson Pike.
Dickerson Pike.
Yeah,
Take your ass back to Dickerson Pike. And I'm just like, what the hell is a Dickerson Pike? We didn't even know until we wrestled at a show near there, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of whores out on Dickerson Pike.
yeah, there were. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough.
We were without a car for a little bit. It was just me and my mom. And I was like 12, and we'd have to walk to the store and stuff. And my mom was like, "Oh, I don't wear makeup on Dickerson Road."
Oh, wow, that's funny.
That was
I
smart.
didn't really quite get it, and I do now. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah. That was smart, actually.
It's just crazy how Nashville changes, though, because, like, when I grew up, I remember going, like, 15, 16 years old, going to concerts, like, downtown at Municipal and stuff, and you'd have, like, or going down Broadway, and you'd have hookers come to the car on Broadway back then and be like, hey, what you do for you? You got 50, I'll do this for 50. I'm like, no, man, I'm 16. Get the fuck away from my car.
Yeah. You'll do 50. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you'll do 5 to 10 if you don't get the fuck away from my car.
all right. We were walking down Dickerson once, and my mom's, she's just a nice woman. We see an old lady walking the street, and she's like, "How are you today?" And the woman answers, "Horrible." Okay. Damn. Damn. Oh man.
See them walking like they just got off a horse or something. Like, damn. It's what a rough night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny how like the area has changed. I don't know how it is, there. I know more or less like if you go into St. Louis, I know a lot of times I've been there and they're like, well, don't go in this part at night. And I'm just like, well, hell, that's where the arch sits at. It's like, yeah, but you don't want to be over there at night. I'm like, really? So it's wild to be like, you're in the middle of the city, but they're like still bad parts like right in the middle. So I'm sure it's still like.
Well, not that. The opposite is happening to the neighborhood that we're in right now. This used to be the cheap part of town where all the poor people lived.
Mm-hmm.
My entire life, that's been the case. And now, down the street, they're like developing. The Chiefs are gonna build their stadium like 5 minutes away from my house, and now everything is like.
All right.
Oh,
Now
wow.
everything's expensive. Everything's getting more expensive. There's a go-kart track getting built down the street from my house. It's over. It's over for me.
It sounds like it's time to sail and go somewhere else.
We're gonna have to like move to a different part of. This used to be the cheap part of town, and now it's not. And our roommate jokes about just going outside and firing a gun, just to
Drive down those properties.
Yeah, I was about to say,
remind people.
You're in the dot, damn it.
Yeah, that's what it used to be. Wyandotte County used to be the dot. That was like, oh wow, you're in the dot. Oh wow, that's spooky. And now it's like, now we have a go-kart track, and we have a shopping mall, and the Chiefs are going to be here, and it's like, well, dang it.
hey, you never know.
I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, you may go out and take a shot in the air, and some dude on the couch drinking a Heineken and be like, "What the fuck am I drinking this for? I'm supposed to be drinking a Pabst, goddammit. Let me go out here and get this gunfire."
That's what we're trying to remind people of the place's roots.
Yeah, there you go. Make him remember.
Yeah, make him remember where we all came from. We're all getting too fancy around here.
I mean, I think it's like
in a Bud Ice bottle, leave it in the ditch. So.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
You gotta dirty this place
wrapped
up
in the
a little
brown
bit. It's a
paper
little too clean.
You got an old pair of shoes you can throw over the fucking power lines.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta dirty this place up. We gotta rough it back up a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like interesting to hear that because a lot of times we get lost into thinking it's just our towns and stuff when it's actually going on everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, and it's like to me, it's like they build stuff here and they just keep building, and I'm just like, dude, y'all ain't even filled up the last subdivision. Like, what the hell are y'all building for? It's kind of like. And it's like there's not that many people moving here, dude. Some of y'all are about to go bankrupt. Y'all just don't know it yet. So
I wish they would.
Yeah, they're doing that here. I'm like, who are all these people moving into my city? Well,
yeah,
nobody wanted to move in here before. Where are all these people with this money? to move into here. Go away. Get out of here.
Or they're just fleeing
Scram,
like
it's my town.
California or something like that, and
Yeah.
then they come and drive up your cost because they just sold their house. Their 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $1 million, and then they come and buy one there for $400,000. So
Yeah.
and pay cash for it, and then that drives everything up. So it's kind of the way it is. It's almost like my wife did a paper on gentrification, which is kind of what it feels like a lot of times when
that's what it is.
you look at some parts of town, and it's like, well, these people can't afford that, but you're coming in and then buying this and making everybody else's property go up that we have to pay taxes on, which is still kind of fucked up. I won't get into that because
that's a
whole different podcast. But it's like,
it is.
but it's just like you're making things unaffordable for the people that have been here, for God knows how long. I mean, I've been where I'm at for 14 years. So I don't know. Chris has lived over where he's at for a longer than that.
20.
So, yeah. So I mean, it's our areas are getting like more and more the cost keeps going up and up because they keep building around us, in empty fields where families don't want to mess with it no more. They just sell it to a developer, and then here they go building houses on the shit, and then half of them stay empty for 2 years, and it's like, why did you even build for it? I mean, there's I don't know. It's just wild. Like, but it's good to hear that it goes on everywhere, not just in our backyard.
It's not good to hear, but I know what you mean.
Well, no, it's not. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I remember hearing earlier this year about what they were going through with that new stadium for the Chiefs. I just didn't realize it was like so close to you guys. But
Yeah.
It's been a saga, man.
Yeah, it's been a nice little.
Yeah, they tried to tear down an arts district for it first, and I opposed that. Well,
good.
kind of cheering on the new Nissan Stadium because I don't have to pay for it.
The funny thing about Nissan Stadium is it didn't really go on new land. Basically, what they're doing is like the current Nissan Stadium, where they're playing, while they're finishing the other one. The new one is basically getting built on top of where a lot of the parking lots are for the current one. And then when the new one comes in, the old one will be basically turned into the parking lot. So they're basically flipping the footprint.
Yeah.
So, when the Oilers first came to Tennessee back in '97, they had to build the current stadium. So that was more of a challenge back then than this new stadium is going to be. So they're really, with the new stadium, they're really not expanding the footprint. What they're going to do, they're just going to flip it. Yeah. So they're.
What was it? It wasn't even sponsored in the beginning, was it? It was just called the stadium or something.
It was Adelphia Coliseum.
It was
Adelphia. That's right.
It was Adelphia Coliseum.
They were a telecom company or something, I think.
Yeah, something like
I think
that.
so.
Yeah. Now, when the hockey arena first opened, it was just Nashville
Gaylord.
Arena for a while.
I thought it was Gaylord.
It was for a couple years.
It wasn't. Yeah, when
it was just called the arena.
It was Nashville Arena for the first couple of years until Gaylord. Was Gaylord Entertainment Center?
Yeah.
Then it was the Sommet Center for a couple of years, and then Bridgestone has sponsored it ever since then. But yeah, it was an unsponsored venue when it first opened, the hockey rink. But the Titan Stadium. Yeah, it was what do you say? Adelphia. Yeah, Adelphia. That's what it was. That's what it was. But yeah, Nissan Stadium, like I say, they didn't take any new land, but people were still pissed that a lot of taxpayer money went to it, and they should be. I mean, every single one of these stadiums when they get built, I mean, there's more taxpayer money that go to them than should be, but it is what it is. But so yeah, the new stadium isn't taking up any land. They're just kind of flip-flopping it, right? That's what they're doing.
That's it. That's about the only good thing you can say about Dallas. The people shit on them, but at least they built their stadium on their own money, so.
Yeah, they did do that. So
what they're trying to do here, but they're just too close to Kansas. So Kansas gave them so Missouri rejected the offer, and then bait and switch because then they're like, oh well, Kansas gave us some absurdly good offer, and now it's like, well, now the Chiefs are my problem, and I didn't ask for this at all. I mean, I like
Right.
Right.
I like them to stay at Arrowhead. I understand why they want to leave because the area that Arrowhead is in is a pit, but I want them
Well,
to stay
hell,
there.
I remember being back in, yeah, I remember being back in L.A. in 2019. We were out there doing some training for Amazon, and like we were going through. Actually, no, we weren't. We were out there visiting somebody in L.A. But we were out there, and like anyway, in 2019 we were out there. We were driving down the highway, and it was saying construction for the new stadium was the L.A. Rams stadium or whatever. And we were like, oh, that's cool. And then it said next exit. And the next exit was Compton. I'm like, what the fuck? They building that so much on the top of Compton? I said, well, they brave.
Yeah,
I was like, that's crazy.
yeah. The area that the current both the Royals and the Chiefs, it's like, it sucks. There's a two really cool venues down the street from the stadiums. They're really cool
Pretty good
venues.
sports bar down the street
Yeah,
too.
but the area, like the street, the neighborhood that those venues are in, you could like film a post-apocalyptic movie in.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like I get why they want to leave, but like, man, nobody in Kansas City is happy about it. In Missouri or in Kansas, Chiefs fans and now the Royals look stupid because they can't find they just now found a place to put their new stadium, but it took them a long time because the Kansas got the Chiefs and the Royals were like, hey, can we come over there too? And Kansas like, nah, thanks, we're good.
Oh,
We just
Kansas-
wanted the Chiefs. We don't care about the
Oh
Royals.
man, the Kansas side didn't want baseball.
That stadium complex is just so it's such a quintessential Kansas City experience, and KCMO's mayor, I feel, wants to make it look like big cities or whatever. Oh, if I get a new stadium, we can have a Super Bowl. Cool, then you'll get one Super Bowl, and everyone will stop giving a fuck next week, and then they're just gonna go back to going to New York or LA.
It's literally just what's going
for
on with the
tourism.
World Cup right now.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, no, the people that come here for the World Cup this year are going to be pleasantly surprised, but no one gives a shit to come here for the World Cup. And
Well,
it's
hell,
just,
I had heard some of
its own
the.
flavor with Arrowhead. Yeah, you can't have a Super Bowl there, but like the tailgate experience was just you can't do that in Seattle.
No, yeah,
You
definitely.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
because of the
just
weather.
different. It was steady
I would-
flavor.
I would love to see a fucking Super Bowl in Kansas City.
Oh, hell yeah.
I would love it.
Well, hell, I think they should- I think
there
they-
needs to be a blizzard at a Super Bowl. Just
Yeah, I
once.
think that's what I said. I think they should play the elements anyway.
All right, I'm with you now. Yeah, that would be sick.
Absolutely, yeah.
You paying these goddamn people.
Sideways sleet crap all February.
Yeah,
That's that.
that saying is we'll get one Super Bowl out of pity because we built the dome, but then they're not going to do it again because Kansas City in February is miserable. No one and none of these media types and celebrities are going to want to hang out when they could instead go to Arizona or San Francisco in February where it's really nice.
Right.
Yeah, that's why Detroit's only ever had 2 Super Bowls, even though the Lions have played in a dome ever since fucking. I mean, the Lions have played in a dome for decades, but they've only ever had 2 Super Bowls because of the same thing. I mean, it's Michigan in fucking February, so I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
no one wants it to be there. It's
Yeah.
it's cold and miserable. It's not fun for all these rich people to hang out in. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if you're paying
Let's do it in
somebody
Miami.
$30-40 million a year, man, they should play in the elements. Fuck it.
I think they should too.
Yeah.
You know?
So football in the elements is cool. Everybody loves watching a snow game or a rain game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
Maybe not to
Yeah.
be in.
That's home field advantage.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
That's right. Yeah.
the playoff game a couple of years ago against the Dolphins the Chiefs played here where it was like negative
It's like negative 20.
it's like
something crazy
negative
like that.
20 outside.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like that's cool. People still talk about that game because it was cool that they were playing football and the field was like negative 20 degrees
Mhm.
outside.
I remember.
Okay.
I actually, yeah, I remember that game.
Temperature controlled environment for
Yeah.
the
That's
humidity.
what always
Perfect.
killed me. Like you watch the Patriots play in New England for the playoffs or whatever, and then we're going to Tampa to play in the Super Bowl though in a dome. It's like you just played like 3 games in the fucking snow. Like what the hell does it matter at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think, yeah, I do think it should be like, I think everyone in the league should get a turn. I mean, it's whether you're indoors, or outdoors. I think
Well,
everyone,
If you think
everyone
should
should get
it's
a
going
turn.
to be one in every 32 years. I mean,
Yeah, everyone should get a turn. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be like you say. It doesn't need to be in Miami. It doesn't need to be Miami and Arizona every year like you're talking about.
or Las Vegas, or
yeah.
I mean, they're not doing anything else with that stadium around that time in Las Vegas. So
No, they aren't. No, they aren't. Well,
I think the ticket prices are ridiculous too for all that stuff. So I mean, it's kind of unfortunately they're going to sell out no matter what because it's a Super Bowl. But
yeah, exactly.
I would never get to go because I couldn't afford to go there. Period. So
No, because Super Bowl 64 is going to be in Nashville. They've already in
2030.
What is it, 2030? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Super Bowl 64 is going to be in Nashville. I'm still going to fucking watch it on TV like I've watched all the other ones.
Well, yeah, because if not, you're going to be in the nosebleeds, not seeing nothing anyway. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're like, oh, look at those two little raisins down there. Oh,
Yeah.
be across the street watching it on a phone.
Right.
You can at least hear the crowd.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was crazy about like the Dallas stadium when we were there. They had people outside watching it on the big screen outside. I'm like outside the stadium. I said, well, you could have did that at home. Like, what the hell are you watching outside? Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, you paid $60 for a ticket to come watch it up outside on a big screen. Like,
Well, it's yeah. I mean, it's the tailgating experience, like they were talking about. It's
well, I'll tell you, I went to a Dallas. I'm a Dallas fan, so I went to a game and a Thanksgiving game. I guess like I think it was 2019 too. I think it was 2019. Went to the Thanksgiving game there and they played the Bills and like I would never go back, dude. I'm just like I'm a fan, but I'd never come back to this shit. It's just so huge for one thing. It's like one of the biggest places I've ever been to in my life. Like, damn, this thing is freaking huge. Of course, there's like 70,000, 80,000 people there. So it's like getting out of like traffic and shit's ridiculous. And like, hell no, dude. That's like that. That's all right. I'll watch it from my house, man. Like, you're good.
Yeah.
It's good to experience it once, I guess. But other than that, I'm just like, my wife's like, you want to go back? I said, hell no.
Well, that's like Saturday afternoons when you go to Ann Arbor to watch a Michigan game. The population of Ann Arbor doubles for the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
There's 115,000 people inside that stadium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why you go to like one of the shitty games where nobody goes to.
Well, I mean,
like I did, like the Notre Dame
Michigan,
game I went to, they played Syracuse, so nobody was there.
Michigan gets 110 plus every fucking week. So I mean,
yeah. No matter who they play,
it doesn't matter who's in town. It's 110,000 plus every week. So
We got about half a million at like Kansas City, and they're expecting like 640,000 for the World Cup alone.
Yeah, that's what they're
oh my
saying.
lord,
That's crazy, dude.
yeesh.
Yeah, they're
I heard, like,
frantically repairing.
Yeah, they're frantically repairing all the shit they should have repaired like for the last decade or so.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course
for the
they are
rest
now.
of the-
Yeah,
I have to go all the way across the metro to practice, so I get to take a different route each time.
Right.
oh my god.
Yeah.
God forbid you fix the things for the people that have been paying the taxes to fix those things for 10 years.
Right? Yeah. God,
Yeah.
Just
for
to
the
give
rest
us
of
another
the
World
residents.
Cup in 4 years, stay on top of things.
It's our moment. It's our moment. We have to grasp our moment.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I don't know. Yeah. I think we are.
Yeah.
I think we have gotten. I think we got off on an exit ramp
Yeah.
a long fucking time ago.
They're finally gonna cut all the long grass down. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was my long
They are kind of
You know what? Speaking of which, I actually had a note I wanted to ask you about this about In the Long Grass, because you guys were talking about putting the lyric video together for that, and I saw something on Spotify while I was listening to it earlier. You know when you're like listening to shit on Spotify, there's like stuff that plays in the background for certain songs. It's like not every song, but was that part of the lyric video playing behind that track on Spotify? Did I see Jesse Ventura and Three Dinosaurs? Is that what I saw?
We based the character art off Jesse Ventura in Predator, but it wasn't technically supposed to be him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's that particular thing on Spotify is from the lyric video
Now I gotta
technically, but it basically is because it's like the exact same. I think I made it like bespoke for Spotify, but it is basically the same thing, like just kind of panning around that particular piece of art.
Yeah, okay. I thought so because I was like, I'm gonna ask them about that because so
Yeah.
do you guys as the artist have control over that? Because I've actually never even thought about it before until I wanted to ask you guys about that.
Yeah, yeah, we do. There's like they have like Spotify has like a whole back end for artists. You can like claim a particular artist on Spotify. Like we said, oh, we're Hellevate, so we get to see all the stats and stuff. And that's one of the things they call it a canvas. You can like put a short little,
okay.
I think like 3 to 5 second animation or whatever for the song. And now you can do like music videos and stuff. It's like a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, it's called like a canvas. And so I made for that one, and I meant to do one for Killicon Valley too, but it kind of fell through the cracks with all the other social media stuff we were doing. But yeah, you can add in like a little 3 to 5 second video that loops while it plays, and I think I made that specifically for Spotify.
Yeah, there's a pretty good montage for that on Rage Dealers as well.
Oh yeah, like on Rage Dealers, I just chopped up like a short little segment of the music video that looked good when played on vertical, like a vertical screen on a phone.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay.
They really pester you to do that whenever you add songs to Spotify. Oh, add a canvas. Okay, well, let me get to it.
Okay. All right, because like I say, I don't think I've ever really paid attention to that too much before, but I noticed it earlier, and I was like, there's no way that's something that Spotify did on their own. Because how would they know?
No. That would be really cool if they did, because then I don't have to do it. But
yeah, because I was like, I was thinking, there's no way they would know to design something that specific for an artist without talking to them. So I just wanted to make sure. I was like, there's no way that that's something that was put in by default.
No, we had to put that in ourselves.
Okay,
all
right.
Yeah, it's based off the art we got for a T-shirt for In the Long Grass, and we also used it for the lyric video because we thought it looked really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I was like, I'm gonna ask about that because I'm gonna pay attention to that a little more going forward. Because I don't know why I didn't even notice it till now with the amount of time I actually spend on Spotify. I don't think I've ever noticed that till now, but I saw that and I was like, because I caught my eyes. Like I saw the dinosaurs and I saw the guys. Like, is that Jesse? Because I was like, is that fucking Jesse Ventura? So
yeah,
I was like,
yep, it sure is. Yeah, we told the artist, make him kind of look like Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, Josh made kind of like a rough, like Photoshop kind of thing, like of the idea for the art, and he sent it to the artist. He's like, we basically want this, except make the guy in the middle look more like Jesse Ventura, and he's like, got it, and that's exactly what
Yeah, and then he basically recreated the Photoshop, but better, and with it being Jesse Ventura instead of just a guy looking scared with a gun that I found on Google.
Yeah. What's actually funny about that song is we released the single and the music video and everything for it, the lyric video rather, and a couple days later we get this message on like Instagram or something. Some like kid here in town, he was like, hey guys, so I also have a thrash metal band and I'm also writing a song about that stuff from Jurassic Park. And first we were like, oh, okay, cool, man. And then he was like, is it okay with you guys if I still release mine? And we're like, oh, he thinks we have power.
Well, like, to be clear, we're both stealing from Steven Spielberg, so we really don't have any control of what you do. We're like, it'll be cool to hear your interpretation of the idea. So yeah, go for it. As far as I'm aware, they haven't actually released it yet. I'm keeping an eye out for it.
That would be cool to see, but
it just has another thrash artist in Kansas City releasing a song about the long grass scene from the Lost World. What are the odds?
We started a niche genre.
Yeah, we started a niche of Steven Spielberg thrash metal.
We are now
yes. It's gonna be called Bergcore.
Yeah.
It's prehistoric metal.
Yeah, we're gonna write a thrash album about West Side Story.
I would do that. Jets and the Sharks rumbling. Dude.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's Napalm records at.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
We have a great idea for you.
Yeah.
The next gimmick wave.
Yeah.
We're gonna,
I'll even
we're gonna
wear
have the Sharks and them do this, but Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you have Jesse Ventura say, "When you're a jet, you ain't got time to bleed." So
Really, a lot of things in Hellevate eventually just come down to Predator.
right.
Predator is cool. That's really what a lot of things.
Well, I mean, you could. Well, I mean, you might as well lean into that because I mean, Austrian Death Machine does Terminator, so you get Hellevate can do Predator. So I mean,
yeah, we'll claim Predator. Yeah,
another Arnold Schwarzenegger joint. So I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I remember wrestling Jesse Ventura back in 1987. Yeah.
Fucking Jesse Ventura. Good God Almighty.
Yeah,
I know, right?
yeah.
At
That's
least
all
he
we'll say about Jesse Ventura.
take one on it. He can take one on the chin.
What a guy!
a certified 100% dude.
Yeah,
Certified,
I think
certified something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
It's always the it's always funny how those people sound like sane in like their 30s and 40s, and then they get older, and it's like, man, you sound like a fucking idiot. Like, it's like, what happened to the guy 30 years ago? It's like,
yeah. It's cool to say when you're like a big muscle bound dude jumping around beating people up, but when you're just an old man, it's like, oh, it's kind of sad
It's
actually.
sad.
It's like kind of
yeah,
sad.
yeah. It's like you can't let the past go or something.
Yeah.
It's like, at this point, I'm just like, well, those were the, I was like, I used to be in shape and muscular too. Them were the good old days. I mean, I don't know what to do about it now, but I don't think I can handle that much testosterone to get me back to that point. But
Funny thing is he's still Jesse the body, but now he looks more like a dead body at this point. So
Yeah.
Jesse the dead body Ventura.
Started going by
that's
Jesse
hilarious.
the Mind Ventura for obvious reasons.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Jesse the Mind Ventura because the body is not what it used to be.
oh, I remember that.
Just like we were like, oh yeah, Jesse Ventura, Predator, so cool. Then we spent 5 minutes shit talking him.
Well, it was cool then.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still love Predator. Predator's still cool, but you know, things have changed.
Well, I mean, he was in the Running Man too. So
Yeah, that's a good one too.
yeah.
I remember him like bragging about all the movies and stuff he had been in, and like even with Hogan, at Hogan at the time had been in a lot of stuff too, and then Piper's over here in the background going, "That's cute, kids. I've been in 36 fucking features already. What are y'all done?" And like then like nobody knew, like nobody like ever really like paid attention and knew Piper had done all that stuff, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh shit, and then they start looking, it's like, oh shit, there he is, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so it's kind of crazy the bigger people that were more prominent on the wrestling scene got more of the. I mean, it's still like that if you think about it, because The Rock's doing kind of the same thing now. It's kind of he's the more known guy, even though Batista's the more talented, I think. But
Yeah.
I think he is the better actor. At
well,
this point.
he's more wide ranged for sure. Cena's okay in like comedy stuff, but
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, not I don't care much for Cena's acting, but it's.
Never thought I'd see the day when I was sick of The Rock.
I know, right? Like, goddamn, they got to be in everything.
Yeah, he really
I
is.
think he's like being the Samuel L. Jackson cliche, where at some point Samuel L. Jackson's going to die, and then they're going to try to describe the black guy. Oh, The Rock? Oh, like every movie that's ever made, he's the black guy. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Speaking of The Rock, God, they missed a golden. I don't know if you guys watched the Kevin Hart roast yet, but
I've seen bits.
Yeah, some parts of it.
But I mean, I'm not even going to talk about like any of the bullshit that people are pissed off about. But The Rock was there, and they missed a fucking golden opportunity to get a WWE pop for him. Because the intro that they did for The Rock, I was like, they should have done what they used to do in the WWE. They should have like shut off all the lights and like wonder what the hell's going on, and then after about 5, 7, 10 seconds, do the
If you smell,
and they didn't do that. I was like, they completely fucking wasted the opportunity.
Yeah.
They fucking completely blew
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have to tiptoe around copyright,
No, I told my
like,
wife.
you can still do the lights. Yeah.
Yeah, I told my wife. I said Netflix has the fucking money. They could have like bought the rights for an evening. Said we want to use the Rock's
Well-
intro, and here's $5 million. So
well,
here
not
you
only
go.
that, I mean, Netflix and WWE have a standing contract right now, anyways.
Yeah, so I mean,
I'm sure they
that's-
could have. I'm sure they could have been like, "Hey, we want to use this," and then they'd be like, "Okay."
Yeah, so I mean, they missed a golden opportunity to
I
have
forgot
the
about Netflix.
you know,
Yeah. I've just kind of fallen out of WWE because I don't know. TKO WWE is just boring.
It is. It's shit, dude. I hate it. It's like it's lazy AI writing, and like they're starting to use AI to write shit. and it's just-
ChatGPT has a producer credit.
oh
It's
my
so
god,
Yeah,
serious?
somebody caught one
So
at the end
crazy.
of SmackDown, right under Triple H's name. Yeah,
Oh my
Ah,
god,
that's so
I didn't know
gross.
about
yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Oh, I
that's
didn't
that's
know
why
that.
it sucks, man. Because you don't have anybody that's like knowledgeable about wrestling doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want about Vince McMahon, but he would have never let it get that boring.
No, hell no.
If he put on a complete turd on TV, you could at least be like, "Hey, well, the Boogeyman was funny," or something.
yeah.
Oh, Mae
Yeah,
Young gave birth to a hand. Well, that was shit. But I remember.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there was always there was always the Godfather and his hose. So
yeah.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that hand's like 45 years old now. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, got got a family of his own at this point. So.
I know. Yeah, family of 5.
Oh,
That's right. Damn straight.
Too much fun with that. Well, hell, guys, I know it's getting late on you. Are y'all on the same time zone we are in, or
Central, yeah.
Central.
Yeah.
All
are y'all
right.
still in Central?
Central
Okay.
time, yeah. Central.
Yeah.
For some reason, I kept thinking y'all were an hour ahead of us. For some reason, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, no, they're further west than we are. So yeah,
Yeah, cool. That's awesome.
they're west of us.
Yeah. I know it's in the midnight hour though, so I don't want to keep everybody
Yeah.
into the wee hours of the morning. So,
Shit, I've been awake since 3:30.
oh yeah, you're probably ready to crash out.
Party.
then.
I am.
Party.
Hey, also before we go, I want to ask: is there hard copies available for the new album yet, or?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. They'll be. Oh no, they should be. They should already be up on the Bandcamp.
Yeah, they are. We've had a couple people buy them.
Yeah, they're already available on
It's already shipped
Bandcamp on CD, and there will
Oh,
be
cool.
shirts available there in probably the next week or so. I just needed to be able to get them up on there. So, yep. Hard
Are y'all-
copy, merch.
Are y'all planning any vinyl presses, or?
We'd like to. We're not there yet. We'll see how things go in the next year or two. We've had
Okay.
multiple people ask us for a vinyl press. We're just a little afraid, to be honest.
Gotcha.
Going through the process of getting vinyl. Maybe at some point I would love to. It just
That would a green would be good in that. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That would be green album. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would look great
Actually,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah. We'll have to see. Right now, there's not, but we would like to, and maybe at some point soonish we can get something like that going.
Okay, cool. So, is there like anything else you guys want to plug or anything before y'all take off, or as far as
Just kinda
websites?
keep an eye
Or,
out. Yeah, we got out of town shows coming up, so we'll be touring around the region a little bit.
Yep.
And then we're going to start working on new stuff pretty much as soon as we can. So just kind of keep your eyes out.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be trying to really play around a lot in the next year and a half. We got some stuff set up now. We're gonna set more stuff up. We're gonna try to get over in your guys' neck of the
Yeah.
woods either late this year or sometime next year.
Oh,
and
fuck
we're
yeah.
That would be.
we're
cool.
already.
yeah,
We'll need to hit you guys up at some point later about.
Shoot us some names or something if you got something, because
Yeah.
we're looking to build contacts as much as we can to play around.
Oh hell, we got a lot of bands that play, that play around. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, and we got all sorts of releases planned. It's not. We're really trying to have it not be like how it's been up to this point with the release schedule. We have some stuff planned for later this year and next year, and we're hoping we're gonna start writing for another album in 2028. Hopefully, that's what we're aiming for. We're gonna try really hard.
To release it
If,
in
uh,
2028,
to release
not
it-
writing it.
Yeah,
Not
to
to
release
start
it in
writing it in
2028. We're
2028.
trying to
I
do.
already have like 4 songs. Right?
Yeah, Dan was like at the hangout for we were like listening to the album, and he was like, I know it's a little bit too soon, but like I have a demo I want to show you guys. So there'll be
Hell yeah, let's listen to something else now.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So yeah, it's we have a lot of stuff either in the works or will soon be in the works. Where we're gonna be really doing as much as we can with this album and the next album and the series of things that we have planned for release in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, if y'all get out this way, we'll definitely have to get out and see you guys.
Oh,
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, we 100% intend to do so in the next year and a half, unless one of us dies.
Well, let's hope that don't happen. Shit.
yeah.
Yeah, knock on wood, because it's a
Definitely.
non-zero chance that'll happen. But yeah, we're seriously, it's on the list. It's towards the top of the list of places to hit. So
Yeah, we can definitely release some bands, and then also we got a friend that runs a site on Facebook called Metal and Tats. He has a lot of band connections too. If you want to hit them, join that little thing too, and then when you get time, just like pop in there and say, hey, we're looking for Kansas City, looking to do Nashville's or any bands interested in jumping on the bill. And there's a lot of bands in there, so I don't know. He's got he's got like I don't know 4,000 people. I don't know something.
I think like
in that area.
4,500 at this point, somewhere. around
Yeah,
there.
he's it's up there. So there's a lot of, and most of it is band members of bands.
A
So
lot of it is, yeah.
Yeah, send it all our way, man. We're up for it.
yeah. We'll reach out for sure soon.
sweet. Yeah. I'll send y'all a link to that too. That way y'all can just check it out. Hit the link and check it out if you want to
Sweet.
join them. And
Yeah,
join them
that'd be
at some
greatly
point.
appreciated. We are really trying. We're gonna spread Killicon Valley all around the U.S. as best we can.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yep.
No.
Otherwise, check out our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Bandcamp, Spotify,
We got videos on
YouTube, all that stuff. If anyone listening hasn't checked any of that stuff out, we'd love it. We'd appreciate it.
Stream it
Yeah,
700 times. Maybe we'll make a nickel.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We share as much as we can. I know I think we shared both of the videos when they came out. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe we did, yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So we've
Absolutely, man. It's our pleasure.
we've been fans since we discovered you guys. So it's been great to watch you guys kind of go into the next chapters and stuff. So that's one of the good things about this is watching the bands grow. Once we talk to them, is like watching them grow into bigger things, and then, some bands grow into bigger things where they're, we're too little for them now. So which is awesome. I mean, I don't knock them, but they're good for them. But it's just good to see like the bands get the recognition they deserve. So. So hopefully you guys will blow up and be able to do this on a regular basis. So.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully.
We won't forget you.
Well, we appreciate it. Even if it's like, hey man, we come to town. Here's a couple of tickets.
Yeah.
We don't ask for much. Hell, I think we've had a couple bands give us press passes just so we could get in. So.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's smart.
Yeah, they say, hey, here's some press passes. Very cool.
Yeah, that was definitely a first when that happened, but that was cool.
Yeah. I was like, and I didn't even get to go. That's what sucked. It was on a Thursday night and I had to work. So
Yeah.
Damn.
it's horrible. But anyway, well, man, we appreciate you guys again. Like I said, hopefully everything goes well with the Killicon Valley, and I'm definitely going to swing over there and get a copy here in the next week or so.
Yeah, we'll do our best to push it the best we can, get it out there for everybody to hear, man. It's an absolute banger.
Thanks, fellas. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, y'all have a good one, man. Talk to you again soon.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Yep. We'll see you guys again. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
All right, fellas.
Cool, man. That's a Hellevate.
Yes. Our good friends in Hellevate.
Yeah. Dan. Dan. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are fine.
Yeah, you guys are your guys are in a backstage area, so you're good.
Yeah, you guys are fine.
Yeah,
He's like, our mic's still on.
yeah. It's like thanks again to Dan War and
Dan War.
yep, and Rob and Josh there. So appreciate them. Appreciate them joining us. Yeah, if you haven't checked out that album, dude, Killicon Valley is a banger, dude. Like you definitely got to check that out. So.
Yeah, I mean it's like we talked about. I mean it's a thrash metal album at its core, because they are a thrash metal band at their core, but I mean it's got it does have power metal elements. It has death metal elements. So I mean it's diverse enough to where it can reach a lot of fans. It really can.
Yeah, I think it will if you give it a shot. I think it will. So.
Yeah. To us, it's absolutely worth the listen. Shit.
Yeah, I mean,
for our money, everything that we've heard from them is worth the listen.
Oh hell yeah,
Absolutely.
The Purpose is Cruelty was a fucking excellent EP.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
I mean that's kind of what introduced us to them, and then we went back and listened to the other stuff. All their stuff's really good. So yeah, just kind of dive in and check out everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, it's diverse enough where it'll reach fans of multiple genres. So, absolutely.
All right, then we're gonna shamelessly plug all of our stuff, even though I didn't put a tracker up here, so we're gonna test our knowledge.
Banner across the bottom, yeah.
So I will tell you guys the radio station is down for right now. They're doing some kind of update to our servers. Not sure when that's going to come back up, but he said he would let me know as soon as it got all worked out. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. So it wasn't a fire this time, so luckily we don't have to upload everything again.
Right. You don't have to completely start over from scratch again. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So once we get back into I think he just said the server he was on was buffering too much or something, so he's trying to get it over to a different one. So.
Oh. My wife's calling.
Get
Hang
off. Get off. Anyway, guys, wanted to tell you about that radio station down till further notice. Once we get that back up and going, we will let you know. In the meantime, you still follow us on our socials, Facebook page, Facebook group, Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, and you can also follow us on Spotify, where you can get all of our playlists and former band interviews. So you can check that out there. And I think that is it. As for now, we don't have anything planned for next week, so it should be a regular show unless we get a band to come on and take that slack. But just keep up with our socials. One of the socials there to keep up with that. Find out if we're going to be getting a band or not. Usually we know Monday or Tuesday. This was kind of a out of the blue kind of thing that happened, so we're very grateful for it, of course, but that doesn't happen all the time, so usually we'll know Monday or Tuesday. So if hadn't seen anything by then, it's probably good chances it's going to be a regular show. So until next time, keep those horns held high, jump in that pit anytime you can.